to welcome everybody to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays, and we're here with JLP the Great, George the Great, and Gina the Great. What's good?
What's good,
What
everybody?
what's up?
What is up?
How's everyone been?
Good.
JLP, how are you? I haven't heard your voice in a while.
I know, life comes at you fast. So I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, mostly on the weekends because my husband is off on Fridays. So, we do a lot of running around and this and that. And then we've been dealing with some stuff here. I'm going to be going to Florida next week, the 27th, for a couple weeks there.
So
So
Orlando?
I'm gonna be going to Orlando, and I'm gonna be going to Miami as well, and Clearwater.
Wait. Are you coming here?
I will be in Orlando or Orlando adjacent, Winter Haven.
Oh, that's even okay. We'll talk offline. So when? Tell me when.
I'll be in. I'm gonna go to Clearwater first for a couple days, then Miami. Orlando is probably gonna be my last stop.
So you're going to see Jasmine, then you're going to see Yara, then you see George.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
see.
Wait.
I'm gonna go see
Captain
Izzy.
will be in the jacuzzi tub with the chicken nuggets and wine.
I'm gonna go visit Libby and Andre. Hopefully, she can send me her rendition of "Mary Had a Little Lamb" in person.
True.
When can I expect you in this neck of the woods?
I'll definitely give you a heads up when I'm gonna be.
Yeah, let me know because I want to see y'all and maybe take you out for a drink.
Oh, look at that! So I'm definitely gonna let you know when I'm gonna be in Orlando.
Yeah, and I know where Winter Haven is. So yeah.
Yeah, it's not too far from the airport. So
You might find a strip club near the airport, like they all are situated.
well, yeah, if it's that kind of
True.
party.
You missed some like iconic strip club
I
reviews in the
know.
last 3 weeks.
But I felt kind of funny because I was looking for it in the you know how you send it to me on Instagram to listen to it?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay, maybe I'm not, maybe I got kicked out of the club and I didn't know it.
Well, you weren't on the
No.
episode, but I'll tag you if you want.
I like to listen to it, even if
True.
I'm not on it.
True, but I assume you listen on
So
Spotify and Apple.
Yeah, on Patreon or Spotify or Apple.
True.
Yeah.
yeah, so I guess when you weren't on this show, you got left off of the chain. So
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit, I got kicked out the club.
True. Yeah, at least let us know what you up to, you know.
Yeah, that's why I came running back. I was like, no, I gotta come back. They're canceling my membership.
You're like, I gotta go to Orlando next week. I gotta make friends with these people again.
I know. I was like, oh shit, I can't sit
True,
at the
yeah.
table
Well,
no more.
you got to figure out what a blumpkin is, and then you got to look up what a crumpkin is.
Oh man.
you actually missed a lot. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff.
Well, I haven't really been watching the show either. Like I'll catch
What?
tail end of it, or I'll catch it from the beginning, and then maybe the middle. I haven't really been. That's why I haven't also participated in the chat, because I really haven't watched like full episodes. I get like bits and pieces here, or I'll end up watching it when they replay it like midnight or something.
I mean, you never like fully watched all of like Love Island games either, right?
No, I dropped off after like episode 5 or something like that.
What?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I didn't continue with it.
How do you get so far in and give up? That's like going balls deep and then not finishing. Like
No,
how do you I don't know. I have to finish, right? Like I can't just start it and not
it's a commitment because it's every day, so it's a commitment. This
Yeah.
I can
True.
do because it's once a week or something like that. I'll watch, the 90-day franchise. It's on Monday and Tuesday, okay, and then and Love After Lockup was Fridays, but that's off the air now. So, and then I didn't watch any of Diaries.
Well, so just so you know, Diaries hasn't been on for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I have an update on that. It's on my topics list.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
have to get there now, but yeah, it hasn't been on for the last 2 weeks, so we'll get
Yeah.
to that. So that's great for you because you're not as behind as you thought you were. Because
Oh, okay. So then I can catch up on. I think it's 2 episodes in so far, right?
yeah,
Friday,
Yeah.
because the first Friday it started. I think Life After Lockup was doing their finale,
Mhm.
so I
yeah,
didn't catch it.
yeah. So you're not as behind as you think you are, but you are behind on Happily Ever After because we're 3 episodes away from the tell-all.
Yes, yes.
So well, I mean, if you really want to be technical, just skip the last episodes and just watch the tell-all because they're gonna cover it at the tell-all anyway, right?
No, I watch it. Like I said, I watch it, but I'll watch it like on an off day. Like I
Mhm.
can always go back and look for it, and I'll watch it, and then
That's
whatever bits and
crazy.
pieces.
So have you not been tweeting out live for the show?
No, not really. My tweets have you can see my tweets haven't been as
Mhm.
prominent as they are in the past. I
This
had a
is
lot
Yeah.
going on, so
we
You
gotta
pe-
we gotta sign a petition to get you back on track. Like
yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but we gotta get you back on
I'll
track.
catch up. I'll catch up to you guys. But I read tweets and I like
Well, that's what's funny because you've been replying and tweeting me about the show, so I had no idea you weren't up to date because we've been talking back and forth about the show on my Twitter.
no, I've been watching. Like I said, I just haven't been watching like on the Friday. I mean on the Sunday or
Mhm.
Monday.
Ah,
You know,
okay. Okay, cool,
but
cool, cool.
I've been watching. I know what's going on.
Sure. Should we
Yeah,
get to topics and stuff?
yeah. Let's start it out.
Okay, let me go to my. So I did a rants. I guess it was. I don't know. I don't even know if I can't remember what I can't remember what we've talked about, what we haven't talked about. But if we've already talked about it, let me know. Other like Saturday, I think I did a rant about Shaun Robinson because apparently she's gonna be back hosting like a tell-all. Sounds like. So then I did a whole rant on it. Should I read my rant?
Why
Oh
not?
yeah. Yeah, she posted that reel of her getting her makeup done for the tell-all. So yeah.
Oh, she's
Mhm.
back.
Yeah. So let me hold. Let me go to my rant real quick. It definitely resonated because it got like I don't know, 15,000 or 20,000 views or some shit. At least I don't know. Um, so yeah, I'm not ranting into like a paper bag in the corner. This is actually like, getting eyeballs and shit. Um, I actually did like I don't know if parody is the right word, but there's like, there's like a No Kings protest, I think tomorrow, Saturday.
Yeah.
So I did a parody of the poster for the No Kings protest where I said, it says, no sons, no Shauns, no Robins, stand up for tell all change. That's on my Instagram, and then I did a long caption. So let me read my caption. It says, word on the street is Shaun Robinson is back hosting the tell-alls. Like this post if you want Shaun Robinson permanently out as the tell-all host. Also leave a comment and tag TLC and 90 Day Fiancé to let them know it's time to buy out Shaun Robinson. It's time to buy out Shaun Robinson's contract and send her on her merry way home. Parentheses, I could give a rat's ass if she has an executive producer credit. David Zasloff, pick up the phone and do your damn job. The franchise cannot survive much more of the constant state of mediocrity. Feel free to share this graphic on your page as well. And that got 115 comments and like at least 15 to 20,000 views. So most people agree with me.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of people are sad because we got the taste of another tell-all.
Suki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't be giving people taste of stuff. That's like you go to the grocery store and they give you like the little sample.
I
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that what the reason they keep Shaun on is because they like to, handle their people with white gloves. So they don't want nobody to be too harsh in the criticism of their behavior on the show. So they put Shaun in there and then just Shaun just lets them go at it back and forth and say whatever. No questions really get asked or stuff. Because if they put on somebody like the guy that does the Real Housewives, those tell-alls, you know that a lot of the cast members are going to quit or get up and leave because they ask real questions.
You mean like Andy Bravo or something?
Yeah, like Andy, that's his name. I seen
Well,
a couple of his tell-alls.
I thought it
Andy
was
Cohen, I
Andy
guess.
Cohen.
Andy
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Cohen,
but
Andy
his
Cohen.
username is Andy Bravo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, somebody that gets to the bottom of shit. You watch a show for an entire season and then the tell-all is bland.
Well, yeah, I mean, like Andy Cohen is like the equivalent kind of like Matt Sharp of Bravo. Like he's the he's the president of programming as well. So he programs the network. So he's basically on top of everything.
Yeah, and but
I
he
think he
gets
did the Love Island reunion on last
Yeah,
season
with
on season
Huda.
7.
Yeah, with Huda.
Yeah, with your favorite girl. Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, somebody like that you know they make it juicy. I mean, we did have one or two tell-alls that were worth watching. Well, like when the fight with Rob and Jasmine, that was a good one. You
Mm.
know.
Yeah, did you see that? Shaun like freaking out when they started fighting, and did y'all? I think my favorite part was watching her lose it when they started fighting and throwing stuff because she was panicking, and I was like, yeah, this is what a real tell-all is supposed to be, Shaun.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
the kind
Mhm.
of tell-all you want to see. You want to see people held accountable for their behavior.
yes.
Mhm.
She she was bothered by the accountability, and we were all happy. But
Yeah,
the look of terror, you know how you make a meme out of someone's face? The look of sheer terror on her face when Jasmine launched a stiletto at Rob was
yeah.
my favorite moment.
We
She was
we
a
we
shoot.
want violent.
Yeah, she was like a deer in the headlights, kind of.
Yeah, she literally looked like she just witnessed a murder. Like it was sheer terror.
It's
And
like she that wasn't part of the script probably because she was definitely caught off guard.
oh yeah, she stood up. It was that look on her face. It lives rent free in my head because I know that was not something that she anticipated, and I was like, "This is what I want." We need a Wendy Williams tell all, right?
Yeah, we need somebody like that. Somebody
We
Mhm.
need a Jerry Springer, Maury
Yes,
Povich
a
tell
Maury,
all.
yeah, Maury accountability type
just
show.
randomly spewing out, and whatever people say that you can't ask, start with that question,
That's what makes
Mhm.
it.
right?
That's what makes those other tell-alls so interesting. You know, like good because the questions that have been avoided throughout the whole season get asked, and then that's when
Mhm.
people lose their shit
Yep, and
because they
that's
get
Yeah.
called out.
Yeah,
that's
she's too uptight too. You know, it's like when you talk about sex, she like recoils.
And then she asks the stupidest questions and
Mhm.
doesn't follow up with the answer.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's funny is like when actually, you know what? I should actually read some of the comments of the post that I read because like Statler had a good comment in there. Let me it was kind
Yeah,
of wild.
let's see what the public thinks about it.
Yeah.
oh, man.
Okay. Okay. I'll read through some of the comments, but I'm mainly looking for Statler's comment. But we'll just read through all of them, I guess. Well, not all of them, but some of the popular ones. It says, I like the woman who did the other tell-all. I can't think of her name, but she was the one that does the Sister Wives. Well, I think she's talking about Suki, obviously. Um, let's see. This one says, I like Shaun, but that poster made me laugh out loud. That's in reference to my little artwork I made. Um, let's see. This one says, I love Shaun, but her time doing the tell all should come to a close. You can't continue to fluff over things that diehard watchers have seen and expect them to continue to watch. The last few years of the tell alls have added nothing because nobody, aka Shaun, is asking any tough questions or even moderate questions. Suki did a fantastic job and isn't afraid to go there. Like I said, I love Shaun, but maybe her heart isn't in it anymore. But let me try to find Statler's comment in particular because it was kind of some insight that obviously a cast member would know. Okay, here's what this is Statler talking. So obviously it's not just like somebody in the comment section talking shit. It's somebody with firsthand direct knowledge with Shaun Robinson experience. So this is Statler's comment. And it says, Statler says, she's awful. She doesn't even watch a show. She didn't know our names, didn't know anything about the season. She just reads the teleprompter and does whatever they tell her in her earpiece. They need someone like Nick and Vanessa Lacey, or I probably miss Lachey, right? Whatever, who get into the tea both on and off the show, but they'll never have anyone like that. So that's what like Statler said.
Huh. I've never watched anything with Nick and Vanessa as the host. I know that they have a dating show that they host.
The Love
Um
is
Mhm.
Blind.
Love
Love
is
is Blind.
my yeah.
I've never watched it though. So Gina, are they good? Are they people that we would want on the franchise?
It's my first time watching Love is Blind, so
Mhm.
they pop in and out like of the episodes. Not all, they're not on all the episodes, so I can't say like until the last episode or the reunion or whatnot
Yeah.
whether or not they're going to
Well,
be good hosts or not.
always liked Vanessa. I remember the one year I was watching MTV's New Year's Eve countdown, and I remember it lives rent free in my head. The day that she got fired from MTV was she was hosting the countdown, and she was really drunk, and she said, "Oh my God, are you guys ready to fucking ring in the new year on
Mhm.
TV?" And she didn't realize. I think she realized she cussed like 6 seconds after because she got that sheer look of terror, that look that I love, and then
Mhm.
they went to commercial immediately after. She was no longer there, and then I think they fired her right on the spot. And I was like, I like her, because when I get drunk, there's no telling what's gonna come out of my mouth. So if that's what, and it didn't end her career either. She was actually able to still do things after that. Usually when you do something crazy on live TV, you don't usually get back on TV. But that made me think that she might be a fun host.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did watch like the season 2 reunion with them, but I don't remember how good or bad they were. They're probably like just run of the mill. Like they didn't jump out at me as like some amazing host or anything. But
Well, yeah, I've never seen them in that capacity of hosting like a dating show or whatever. Like I've watched Nick on Nick and Jessica, and I've watched Nick. I think he hosted a show called The Sing Off or an acapella. I don't know, some random singing show back in the day. And I've seen him do stuff, and I've seen Vanessa do stuff on her own. I've never seen them together, so I don't really know.
I think
true.
I think if they had a better host on the tell-all, that a lot of these people wouldn't be coming back to the show. Like, they would, if they called them out on their shit, they probably wouldn't want to extend their contract with 90 day or come back. But they get treated like actors that read a script. So
Well, you're
Uh,
right. A lot
well,
of
like,
times, if they feel scared, remember back in the day, there was a cast member named Memphis, and
yeah.
Memphis, yeah.
she actually left the tell-all because she was scared that they were gonna,
And
drag.
she got pregnant. They were saying that she went over there pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like one thing that's I mean we've talked about this before, but one thing that's, and this isn't necessarily Shaun's fault, it's more of the producers, but like one problem with the tell all is instead of focusing on making like instead of like the number one goal being like a juicy tell all with like tea and drama and fighting and all shit, that's like most of the time that's not like the number one goal. You could tell the number one goal, it seems like the tell-alls, is basically like setting up on a platter, like who's going to be on what next season. So it'll be
Yeah.
like setting up on a platter, like, oh, Shekinah says to Summer or whatever, like, we need to go to therapy. Or Sophie says to Rob, we need to go to therapy, in the middle of a tell-all where they're setting up being on Last Resort. So like the tell-all ends up just being like an entree into the next season as opposed to a
Mhm.
juicy reunion tell-all show. So that's not the priority.
That's why the tell-all with Rob and Jasmine fighting was so good, because he went there. You know what I'm saying? He
Mhm.
told her, he called her a whore. Or he called her pregnant, something out of her whore, and you could tell she was embarrassed and pissed by it, because she's been holding up that image that, okay, this was a mistake and we've been planning it. But that made it interesting, because we're like, okay, we know that wasn't in the script, that just came out, like out of left field. But I guess they were like, okay, just run with it, because the viewers are going crazy.
Mhm. So yeah, I guess we beaten that horse dead by now. So we
I
can go to the
know
next
we're
topic.
not gonna get anything good. We're never gonna get anything worth watching.
Yeah. Okay, next topic. Okay, so I guess like David, the deaf guy, announced that he and Sheila broke up.
Oh no.
Yeah, I kind of figured this was gonna happen because
Mhm.
he has been trying to get enough money to get her visa and to get a place for them to live, and it's been really difficult because he's working, just two normal entry level jobs. And remember
Yeah.
Mhm.
that GoFundMe trying to get a place for them, and people can only do long distance for so long, right?
Yeah. That
I don't,
doesn't.
I don't blame anybody for giving up because you can't date your phone. Like you can't date a Facebook
Mhm.
call. You can't have sex with an email. Like I totally get it. Like at some point you have to just say, this is not going to work. I have to find a more feasible relationship. It sucks though, because I feel like they were
Mhm.
good, decent couple.
Yeah, they were. Everybody was rooting for them, man.
Yeah, she
Me
wasn't
too.
him for nothing. He wasn't using her for nothing. They genuinely liked each other. I really, it sucks to see that, because we see people like Jasmine who just came over here for
Mm.
one reason and one reason only. She gets to stay, but Sheila didn't get to come. So it definitely seems unfair.
It does.
Yeah, he's like one of the, everyone's like, yeah, I miss the old 90-day where it's like real couples, and it's like he was like one of the real couples.
Yeah,
And
now we just get a lot. We're getting a lot of actors on this show. A lot of people bouncing off of
Mhm,
different reality shows that they've been on, and just looking to promote their business, whether it's
mhm.
online influencing. And then everybody, the new couples, you always got to Google them now, because you're like, something tells me this person's an actor. Boom, you Google it, and sure enough.
Yeah, they're either an actor or like the dude on Other Way. He was on America's Got Talent or Australia's Got Talent. So they all have like
Yeah.
they've
Oh,
always
Dylan, he was
or
in
like
my comments commenting.
oh yeah, he's on Twitter, and then or like Amani who was on that Netflix show. So it's like all the people that have been on like
Hmm.
other reality shows and shit.
A lot of people are spinning off to shows. Look at Chantel's new girlfriend. She worked for the whole industry for the 90-day franchise people. So that couldn't have come out of nowhere. Her and
Isn't that
Chantel.
weird though? That she worked on the Family Chantel as an assistant for Chantel, and they would
Mhm.
even consider letting Chantel bring her on as a love interest. I feel like some things are a conflict of interest, and it's like what's that word? It's not ethics, but like a morality issue. Like I feel like as a franchise, you shouldn't be able to bring an employee on the show and let them pretend to be a love interest. Like I feel like there
Yeah,
should be some sort of morality clause somewhere.
yeah, like a nepotism. You're just bringing
Right.
on
It's really
folks that
weird
Mhm.
like the
that this even
company.
happened. And I don't know. It's just it makes me feel like the show is all about clicks and views, and they really don't have
Yeah, just
any
trying to make
more.
Mhm.
a lifelong career out of it.
Yeah, they don't have that morality clause that they should have, and well, we learned that when they brought Ed and Liz on, when neither one of them were foreign on a 90-Day Fiance show. We knew that the morality was
Yeah.
slowly going down the drain, because I was like, well, this show is about people with visas, and he don't got a visa and she don't got a visa, so
Yeah,
that
well, when you don't have a neck, you don't need a visa. Oh,
this is true. This is
And they started bringing on other family members, Jamal, Veronica,
hmm
all these people that
yeah,
weren't
like
originals started getting their piece of the pie too. Now we got them sitting on the couch doing pillow talk with their family. Like, we didn't ask for that shit. We're really tired of seeing the same people over and over.
yeah. Then like this is like I don't know, like and then I'm trying to remember like so there's like John who's having a baby, Patrick's brother, like the chick that he was with, like I forget her name, but like I'm assuming she's like a 90-day super fan, and she saw John and then shacked up with him. So like, so it's like a lot of the single life type people's. It's all like they're all banging super fans. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, especially the ones that don't have to travel, the ones that they find here in the States. You definitely know
Mhm.
that they're super fans. Because the
Yeah.
ones that travel, you could say, well, they're both doing it for TLC money, because this relationship is not going to last, so blah, blah, blah. Or they're going like on the other way. um the French girl Manon and her husband, do they really have to go to France? No. Of course they could have made their living here, but they figured, let's use the exposure, because her
Mhm.
marketing business would get a lot of exposure if she did a show that she was moving to another country, and they're already married. So I can understand if she was there already, but they've been living in California. Now they go to France. Like,
Yeah,
those
you're right.
storylines are kind of cheesy.
Yeah, you're right, because it's like two people living in America, and then they're gonna move out of the way. Versus like it's supposed to be an American person going to live with a foreigner that's been there forever.
Sometimes I think that TLC, the show, caught the attention probably of immigration, and they started cutting back a lot on their tactics,
Hmm
because we barely get new couples. You remember every season was a whole new cast,
hmm
but now we barely get one new couple.
Yeah.
It's the same repeats, repeats, repeats. We keep seeing Jenny and Sumit,
Oh, girl, wait until we get later into the topics list. You gonna be real mad.
Okay, well, let's
If
continue
you, I,
on.
I'm
True.
assuming you haven't seen my Instagram lately, so I won't say nothing now. But when we get later into the topic list, you're gonna be real mad.
Oh,
True. Okay, let's see what's next on the topic on the. Okay, so this is like a minor thing, but fuck it, let's just go through it. So I did a topic. There's obviously major topics after this, so this is a minor thing. But so Mark and Greg and their people, they all hung out in Vegas. Like Mark the pilot and Mina and Greg and what's Greg's girl's wife's name? Joan. Yeah,
Down.
Greg and Joan.
no.
Yeah, they all hung out in Vegas stuff. Now I'm trying to before we look it up, like I was just curious, like, so who do you off the top, this is like without looking it up off the top of your head, like who do you think has more followers on Instagram? Mark the pilot or Greg the baker?
Mark.
Greg.
I think
I-
Greg.
I'm gonna go, and again, I haven't looked it up. I'm gonna
I'm
guess.
gonna say Greg.
I'm gonna guess Greg. So hold on, let me look. I don't have the number, so let me look it up while we're live. Is this bad production value? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Greg was
I
it turned out to be a fan favorite towards the
Yeah.
end.
I'm
Hmm.
gonna say Mark.
Okay, so Mark has 28,000 and Greg has 27.3 thousand. So George is right.
Oh,
Oh,
and do you want to know why I thought more for Mark? Because he's flown presidents and famous people, so I thought maybe that would get him a little more following.
Mhm. But it's only a difference of 700 followers. But yeah, you were right.
Oh,
I'm surprised they're even
it
that
still
close.
counts. It still counts.
I'm
I'll-
surprised they're that close.
Me too.
Well,
I'm-
and Mark probably uses a lot of his stuff for work as well, so it's probably a lot of corporate followers in there too.
Well, right. That was my thought process because he's a private jet
Right.
pilot, and he's what do you call it when she's a charter, so you can charter his jet and you charter him as a pilot. So I was like, he's probably got a lot of corporate, there's a lot of people that are just rich, they're not famous. So
Yeah.
probably has a lot of clientele that follows him as well. So
Mhm.
Well,
True.
but also Greg is a baker, walks around with bread in his ass. So.
yeah, just unwrapped,
Mhm.
unprotected bread that he's just walking around with.
Just walking around with sourdough loaves in his head.
Yeah, one person is like flying jets across the globe, and the other person has like a sourdough starter kit in his pocket.
Hmm.
Well, they seem to be close because I want to say that they were seen together before, right? Greg and Mark. So
Yeah.
I think they're like the besties of that season. And I'm assuming Joan and Mina are getting along really well too. So it's nice to see that. And I think Shabooty, you broke last week or the week before that Mark is now living in California.
Yeah.
So Mina is now living like a Californian. So I'm pretty.
Yeah, she looked good in the picture too. She looked way better than when she was filming.
Oh,
Mhm.
she did. She did. I agree. Remember, we dragged her up and down the boulevard because we said she looked older than.
That wig did her no favors.
Yeah,
Then she got into California and found a good salon.
she got a good wig shop, and she is definitely.
Yeah. In
She got a
California,
wig
forget about it.
that fits her scalp, right?
Mhm.
Looking good. She's looking good. This wig fits her scalp like a glove. It looks natural.
It's a better material.
It's a better
probably
fit.
it's probably human hair too, not
Yeah.
synthetic.
I think it's like a horse hair, which is like good. I think.
No, I think
No,
human hair.
horse hair
No,
is terrible.
no, that's the cheap human hair.
I thought horse hair was like good.
No.
No.
You seen a horse's
No.
tail before?
Who are you dating? Shabooty, are you dating girls with
Oh,
horse hair?
I thought horse hair was a high end shit.
No, sir. Or if you're dating girls with horse hair, dude, we have to have a conversation.
Take that
Oh,
conversation
I
offline.
think my girlfriend Sherry Ellis in the comment section. I think she has horse hair. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah,
my God.
that is like the Dollar General wigs. You know when you go to a wig store?
that's Dollar Tree wigs.
Yeah, you know when you go to a
Timo, like who knows?
Yeah, you go to a wig store and you're not sure if your car is going to be in the parking lot when you're done shopping. That's where you get the horse hair from. That's not where you get your hair from.
so yeah, you do learn a new thing on this
See,
every
this is
episode of this podcast.
it's the learning
We are the
channel.
literally channel, yes.
Yeah.
True. All right. So yeah, they met. Okay, so then the next topic is like George's tea, which was the last resort cast tea.
Guys, I've been sitting on this information for so long and it's been hurting me deeply inside to not be able to say it. So you don't know how good it feels. I don't know if y'all noticed. I posted this at like 2 in the morning because I just needed to get it out. I was gonna like wait until 8 a.m. like a normal human being on and post it. I needed to get it out of my system. So I waited and waited until I had the green light that I could go forward with this information because there was some hiccups and I didn't want any issues with the, production or whatever. I'm not necessarily on their bad side, but I'm not necessarily on their good side. And I want to stay right there in the middle. So I just wanted to make sure that I didn't, piss off the wrong person. So once I got, the info that I could move forward, I was like, shit, finally. Because we had been talking back and forth and I had been dropping hints as much as I could to tell people. So the Shabooty's gonna go over the cast with you, Captain, and we're gonna get your live reactions because I don't think you know who the cast are yet, right?
No.
Okay, perfect. So we
True.
already know. So Shabooty's gonna go over the cast and then we're gonna get your reaction.
Okay, yeah, and this is a George Massey exclusive. So all the assholes that didn't credit George, fuck them. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so this is for Last Resort 3, and yeah, my understanding is it's filmed in the Dominican Republic. So anyway, here's the new cast members. Well, I shouldn't even say new, but Shekinah and Sarper,
Okay.
Cara and Guillermo,
Okay.
Rebecca and Ziad,
Oh God.
Payola and Russ.
Paola and Russ?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
This show has gone to hell. This show has gone to hell. Where did they think of Paola and Russ from?
Okay, let me just read the last two and then
And
react.
that's from season 1.
I know.
Sure. Okay, last two. Jenny and Summit, and then Thais and Patrick.
Jenny and Sumit are gonna be in the Last Resort in Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Are they running out of people? I thought you were gonna say Evelyn and the other guy from Ecuador. What was his name? Evelyn and
Corey.
And Corey. I was
Yeah.
like, please don't say Evelyn and Corey. Please don't say Evelyn and Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Paola and Russ. I guess her wrestling career is not as good.
I do have one question though for the round table. Is like, so is Darcy going to be on it or not?
I was
Darcy and Georgie, yeah.
I was told no.
Okay. So
They
that's
got divorced.
The 6 couples that are on that list,
Mhm.
the ones that have, and I will say this, it has already been filmed.
Like, what's funny too is like I wanted to find the clip, but it would take like time to find the clip because I don't know what episode I said it on. But I remember one episode of our podcast, I literally said, I was like, I hope, and I'm like a Kara super fan at this point, but I was like, as much as I like Kara, like I hope they're not like Kara isn't filming, they're gonna have her film like Last Resort with Guillermo because it's like, gonna be such a waste of time. We already know they're divorcing. The relationship is pile of ash at this point. So just like spare us them being on Last Resort and just put Kara on like Single Life if you need to be, but just like spare us from them being on Last Resort. And I remember saying that on our podcast, and ironically, they're on Last Resort.
I mean, now that we know that they're divorced, it is kind of redundant to put them on there. But if you see how their relationship is now on this show, on the what is it that they're on now?
Happily
Ever After. You see the relationship, so you know it's doomed, or it's already doomed. And from the looks of what the tell-all, it looks like when they say something about cheating, everybody looks to her and is like, "Oh," has that reaction like she was cheating. So I guess they're gonna drag it to the last resort and just keep on beating the dead horse.
Yeah, they're gonna. It's the same way as like and again, I'm sure we talked about this in the past, but the same way as like Asuelu and Kalani, where it was like dead as dirt, dead in the water.
She had her side piece at the last resort in the next room.
Yeah, her side dick was getting the continental breakfast at the hotel.
Yeah, she would let him into the side. You know how some hotel rooms have adjacent doors that you can cross from one room to the other? She was probably had him right there in the next room.
Basically. So yeah, I think.
Oh God, this show's gonna suck. The last resort is gonna suck.
Whoa.
But it does.
It already does, but come on, Jenny and Sumi, this is what I'm saying. They overexpose these people to the point where you can't watch them anymore. There's absolutely nothing Jenny and Sumi can do that's interesting. Now we're watching them on Happily Ever After fighting over a fake cafe or bullshit cafe, and then the aunt now with the same issue that
Yeah,
she told.
they're fighting over a new deli.
Yeah,
Get it?
yeah,
Do you understand the joke?
boom, boom.
Yes, that
Yeah.
joke.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Also,
and the rehashing of the story that his family thinks she's too old. She's too old. She's too old. Come on, what
So
they gonna
when is
go?
this bullshit supposed to air?
oh,
not
Does anybody know?
not
probably like 6 to
sure.
7, 8, 9 months, something.
Yeah, not until late next year. But also I wanted to ask what you guys think Patrick and Thais's storyline is gonna be, because we know that they're happily married, they have a family.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be something stupid like over like over like having another kid, having another baby type of thing.
Yeah,
It's
some
probably going to
stupid
be
shit like
about
that.
the house in Brazil that he still pays for, and from his dad or whatever.
Well, yeah, because that was also what was his name? Jovi and Yara, they had an overseas house apartment. And also I think on if you watched her diaries, I don't know if you guys saw, I don't remember what I saw this on now that I'm thinking back, but Thais said that it's hard for her because Patrick demands sex from her on a daily basis.
Mhm.
And when I heard that statement, I was like, huh, she's planting little seeds
Yeah,
of
that's why
it.
I thought that Libby and Andre would show up on The Last Resort because they're having all those problems. And then I was like, okay, these people are setting up their story for The Last Resort. And then I said, Alex and Alexi's probably gonna head over there too, because they're setting up, little issues in their thing, in their marriage. So I'm like, okay, these people are just, setting up for The Last Resort. Because otherwise happen all these couples that were married happy ever since this Last Resort thing spinoff came on, everybody's having marital problems.
Yeah, it's like they knew it's like a last resort season, so everyone like drums up all their bullshit drama.
Yeah, and the stuff that's not even like a storyline. Yara been mad for 3 episodes because Jory said she was ugly, and every episode is the same thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
And then I mean we can keep talking about last resort, but then also like Amani posted like a whole letter of how she's like quitting the 90-day universe.
Oh yeah, Captain. Did you see her
her,
long
her dissertation.
yeah, her
Yeah.
dissertation? So she wanted to make it clear to the 90-day franchise, the fans, that she is the reason why she's not on the show. She's walking away from the show,
Right,
which couldn't
right.
more.
Did you guys read the comments that people were leaving?
I was the one that was leaving the
Oh
comments.
yeah, you were the one talking most of the shit.
I dragged her up and down the mud puddle for like 4 days. Like, do you know that Amani went and deleted that post after I finished dragging her up and down the mud puddle?
Did she delete it off her page?
That post is gone because
Oh.
I dragged her up and down the boulevard by her weave. I was not playing with her by her tracks. I was
Yeah.
like,
You dragged her by her horse hair?
I dragged her by her horse hair. I was like, stop playing with me, sitting here acting like they offered you something else to film. Your thirsty ass worked so hard to get recast on the show that you didn't realize that you were a turnoff to production because you were too thirsty. There's actually a phenomenon of being too thirsty when it comes to the show. They want you to be a marionette doll and a puppet, but they don't want you to be that level of thirsty that Amani is. That's a turnoff.
Yeah, she was going
She
hard.
did delete it, but I did take some pictures of the comments.
Yo, you
Wait,
gotta,
do
you
y'all
gotta
want to
send me
read
them.
some?
Yeah,
Wait, do y'all want to read
read them.
some?
Read them.
Shabooty,
Read
do we
them?
have time to read some of the comments?
Yeah, do you want to read the comments on my page or something?
Yeah, like can
Oh,
somebody?
by the way, yeah, like so I can read the comments. And also though, like on my post, so I posted her letter or whatever, and then I did like like versions of it. I don't know if you saw those. If you swipe left on my post, there's there's a pirate version, like you talking like a pirate, and then there's like a Jamaican version. So I could read you one of those too.
Oh, okay.
You want me to read you like the parodies?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to hear it.
Okay, yeah, we don't really need to read the like Amani version, the full long shit, but I could read you the parodies.
Yeah, the parody.
Okay,
I'll
so I'll
send
read
you the screenshots that I have too, Shabooty, if you want to read some
Did
of the
anybody
comments
get
from other
my
people.
comment? Did anyone
like
get
oh well
my
yeah,
comment?
I know your comment. It was in my comment section too. Let me see if I can find yours. Hold on.
I dragged her. I had to stop what I was
Oh
doing.
yeah,
I was
okay. I'll
busy.
read you George's comment real quick, and then I'll read
I
that.
was busy and I had to stop what I was doing because I was like, let me drag this hoe up and down this mud puddle real quick. So
Yeah,
I
okay, I'll read
oh,
you George's comment first. This is George's comment. It says the level of delusion and thirst is so high in this one. The network never want anything to do with them after that tell all. She is under the impression that people care what goes on in her life when literally no one does. She even went as far as the stage of fake infidelity situation with her basic husband, still to no actual interest in her or her life. This isn't an airport. No one was looking for your gate. Don't be fooled. You won't be missed or looked for. That was George's comment.
I had to stop what I was doing. When I saw that letter, I was like, nope, I need to drag this hoe. I need to drag. I was like, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and drag this
She
hoe.
was she was over the top. She was over the
Right?
top. And
Right?
you can
I was
even
like,
tell that Annie, the girl they were with, whatever, you can even tell that she was like, okay, this, you're doing too much. And then that Shekinah is supposedly one of the golden children of TLC. So she started beef with Shekinah, and that's a no-no.
Mhm. Yeah, Shekinah's a golden child, right?
Yeah, that's one of the golden children. Jasmine, Shekinah, all those people, you can't beef with them. You can't
Mhm.
just show up on the scene and start beef with somebody that's been.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll read you the pirate version of the letter first. It's the I don't know if I could do I don't know if I could do the pirate accents. I'll just read it. After many tides of thinking, I've chosen to leave the 90-Day Fiancé fleet behind. The seas of reality TV no longer fit the course I be charting. I be setting sail for new horizons, building real ventures, leading with purpose and creating treasure that lasts beyond the showy waves. I've learned that privacy be the true anchor o' power, and I've no wish to perform for the crowd no more. Me mission now be to entertain, but to empower. To me, loyal crew who've stood by me through every storm, yea, be the brightest jewel in me chest. This ain't the end, mates. It be a bold new voyage filled with courage, focus, and a grand adventure ahead. Sincerely, Captain Amani Jalasi, or whatever fucking name is. That was the pirate letter version.
I like that one better than the chat GBT shit that she put out there.
That's what
Yeah.
everybody was saying.
No
Okay, so there's
offense.
another one. There's another one, but it's harder to read, but it's like a Jamaican one. I don't know if that's appropriate or not to read the Jamaican patois one though.
Uh,
What do you think?
I mean,
If you want to read it, maybe just go to Shabooty's page. And
Yeah, just
leave
go
it
to
at
Yeah, just
that.
okay. The Jamaican one, just go to I actually just reposted on my Instagram stories. So go to my newest Instagram stories if you need help finding the Jamaican version. But anyway, that's that. Okay, I could just read you some of the comments though.
all right, just some comments. Let's see what people think about her dissertation.
I think
Sure.
you know what people think.
Okay, the first one is it says I feel this was written by AI. This one says, well, that's the best news I've heard all day. Wait, who is she again? This one is TLC dug up Russ and Paola from 100 years ago before they'd have her and her husband back on again. Let's see. This one. Oh, a second. Sorry, I think I have music playing. Okay, let's see. This one says, oh my God, I feel bad because I don't even care. This one says, so the throuple storyline fell through and 90 Day was no longer interested. Laugh out loud. She wanted a girlfriend and a check. Um, so 90 Day doesn't want her anymore, but she's making it seem like she quit.
Yes.
Mhm. Let's see. This one says when you think you're going to be super popular and idolized, but the attention garnered wasn't the attention you sought. hopping from How to Get Rich to 90-Day Reality TV. It's called Kardashian syndrome.
You imagine she turns around and becomes the female Scott, starts bashing TLC left and right.
That wouldn't surprise
It
me.
wouldn't surprise me either.
And the comment that didn't post was, "You can't quit a job you never got hired for." But I had already posted enough comments. It's like I can't give her any more of my.
I think that was funny. That's the comment that somebody said they rather dig a pole than Russ
From season 1.
from season 1.
True. Okay, here's a Ashley says in the comments says she's probably mad her recent stunt didn't get them on the last resort. Let's see. Hold on, let me see. This is more about I don't know. Anyway, fake storyline or not, her and her husband did an injustice to their kids. They will see their antics one day. The internet is forever. Let's see. Well, I mean, she is a whole different person physically, so I'm sure it's that she needs a new contract. Imagine thinking you were so important when literally nobody gives a shit about you. Go change your face 16 more times, chick, and go buy some self-esteem, loser.
Oh,
Damn.
I mean, I thought I dragged her. Some people got her hair hooked up into one of those. What do you call those machines that levels concrete? What do you call that? I don't know, but they level
a steamroller.
Jackhammer.
They steamrolling her. They steamrolling her.
Yeah.
True. Other use a jackhammer. No, but steamroller. Let's see. Well, bless her ignorant heart. She must have been burning up reading all the 90 Day Fiance fans who didn't buy into her desperation and weird throuple relationship. Now she and Matt will focus on being parents to their kids. Hashtag toodles wackadoodles. Let's see.
I think TLC reads the comments during the show, and they start weeding out the unpopular couples early on. And
so, how do you explain Shakarper? I've been dragging them up and down the blood puddle for years. So how do you explain that?
Somebody at TLC likes the weirdest people. You know?
I feel the same way because the people that I've not liked from the beginning, and
from the beginning. Yeah. There's some couples that are shitty, and they're the ones that end up getting more contracts and more contracts.
Yeah, Lauren and Alexi,
Lauren and Alexi,
Andre,
oh my God.
Jovi and Yara. It's like, who are they? Who's their dad? Is their dad Matt Sharp? Like, how do you explain this?
Remember, he kept throwing Natalie from Ukraine at us. He tried everything, but she was on Single Life. She was on Hope for Love. She was on 90 Day Fiance. Everything. The only reason she didn't do the 90 Day Fiance the other way is because there's a war in Ukraine right now.
Yeah, let me just read a couple more comments. This is from Tony. It says she really thought she'd be a fan favorite. Tried everything she could to secure herself more attention, and none of it worked. This one says good, more time with her kids and husband. Let's see. The fuck, no one is reading that full page Delulu Fest. Even more boring than her appearance on the show. So they didn't ask her back. In other words, she just didn't get as much fame as she was expecting to get. And I think that's basically most of all the comments.
And then deleted the post. It's gone.
She did.
Yeah, I guess
I did some screenshots of some comments people left, and she turned off all her comments.
Yeah, I think that she got dragged and steamrolled so bad that we hurt her feelings. I think
TLC probably called and said, "Bitch, take that shit down before we post up what really happened."
And then one comment I wanted to make about like the last resort thing was strictly from I'm not saying this from like I'm not saying this from the perspective of like I'm a fan. I want them to be on like future seasons. So that's not the perspective I'm coming with. The perspective I'm coming with is, am I friends with these cast members, or am I cool with them or not? So going through those lists that George posted. So Shekinah and Supper, I'm not cool with them. They have me blocked. But Cara, I'm friends with. Guillermo, I don't really have any contact with, so I don't have a problem with him. But Cara, I'm friends with, so that's one plus. Rebecca and Zied, like I don't really talk to them, but I don't have any beef with them, so I still consider them like positive. Russ and PL, I don't really have contact with them. Jenny and Summon I'm friends with, and Tice and Patrick Tice I'm friends with. So overall, though, I'm like pretty much either like indifferent, like zero, or I'm friends with them. And the only people I'm not friends with, like negative, is like Sharper and Shekinah. So at least they cast the people that I'm mostly cool with.
I mean, I
I
guess.
want to know what Russ. I want to know what Russ and Paola's storyline gonna be.
Mhm.
Wrestling
Oh,
kid, blah
heard
blah.
I've
The
actually heard a lot of crazy stuff about them over the last couple.
Yeah, over the years, wasn't she wrestling? Then they broke up. She moved to Miami.
Well, do you remember that she moved to Miami and left his ass in like Oklahoma?
Yeah, they left him
Like,
in,
and that was a long time because he was he was working a job in Oklahoma and
and
she
then he quit to move to Miami where he had
quit
no job or something
with
like that.
no job. Yeah, and then they were living in like an RV. So there's been a lot of stuff. So
Then she started doing wrestling.
yeah, and that took off. And I'm assuming as a wrestler, she's got a lot of, most men who watch wrestling, they really go for the girl.
Mhm.
So I was like, I wonder if she's banging a wrestler or somebody on the road with her. And so I don't know. The storyline could be interesting. And I do like going back to the OGs, and they were season one. It don't get no more OG than season one.
Then season
Yeah.
one.
So I'm kind of excited to get back to the roots, because Russ and Powell, they started this shit. They were on season
Yeah,
one.
but then they'll start dredging up the undesirables like Evelyn and Corey. Those people, I don't want to see them ever again.
Mhm. By the way,
Evelyn and Corey and and a
like
bunch of other ones.
Not to like hop back and forth the topics, but Gina did bother to send me some more comments. So let me at least like read a few of the ones Gina sent me on the
Wait,
Amani
on the
post.
Amani thing? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're different comments from, I guess, from Amani's actual post versus my post. So I'll just read a few. It says like, "Girl, you were on one season and it was a train wreck. Get the fuck over yourself." Um, who makes a statement like this one after one season? Girl, you ain't that important. Good riddance. Who cares? Laugh out loud. Dumpster fire. Have CEO right. This one says, "Thank Lord. They probably didn't want her back, but I was hoping this would happen. Watching her manipulate people onto her side and act like a victim on the tell-all was nauseating. I truly think she is the fakest person on the show who was ever seen. Girl, you were on one season and I think I already read that one. Um, let's see. I'm sorry, but the best gift of all should be your children, not people who follow you mainly because of your scantily clad videos and pictures. People you don't know." This one says, "Were you even going to be part of the filming in the future? Question mark. You were just on one season. Take a seat. You behave like you are Laura. I think they may. I don't know who Laura is, but Laura and Joe. I think the Yara and Jovi or Summit and Jenny. I'm confused. Did I miss something? Hasn't their season been over? This is about you devoting time to your career and a lot of self-reflection. This is about your new job, higher ups, finding out about your personal activities and firing your ass on ethical grounds. At least tell ChatGPT to be more honest."
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
somebody gonna. They probably told her to take it down. That's why she closed her page and took it all down. Because TLC was like, you don't want us to
Well,
put the receipts out there.
Well, when these people do these shows, so when you get casted on a TLC or a Sharp show, you sign a contract for the season that you were casted for, which was the season that they did. And I think she was under the impression that she was starting a lifelong career, like Shakarper, Jenny and Submit, Jovi and Yara, Libby and Andre. She was under the impression that getting your foot in the door
Mm-hmm.
welcomed in a lifelong career on the show. But as Shabooty said, you have to be in really, really good with the higher ups in order to do that. And, the way that she came in, I'll just tell you some things that I heard. They were very difficult to work with on set. I heard that Amani acted as though she was Kim Kardashian and she would yell at people and demand things and was nasty to crew. I heard a lot about this person, right? I don't know her, but I
He
heard.
wasn't likable in any way.
Well, right. And it's like if you're trying to make a lifelong career out of it, talking crazy to the camera crew is not going to get you another show. Like I guarantee you, the people that have made a lifelong career out of this are not talking crazy to the crew. They're
Yeah,
making it.
I think. Yeah, I think the cast, they underestimate how much importance that is for like them being asked to come back. Like, because obviously like Tiger Lily and Adnan, they're problematic. And so like Yeah, if you're kind of like an asshole to work with, you're not gonna be aspect. But somebody like Gino, who's very like he's really easy to like direct. Like that's why they like working with Gino. He's very easy to direct and shit. So they always bring them back. So they're fun to work with.
Yeah, you gotta be a marionette puppet.
Hmm.
You no pushback, no demand.
Yeah, yeah. Like when the producer or director or whoever says, "Hey, Jasmine, take it'd be funny as hell if you
Suck
have some
Gino's toe.
have some marshmallows and chase it with Gino's toes, and next thing you know, his toes are in her mouth. Like that's well,
Oh
obviously they're gonna
yeah.
bring her back.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they work with the ones that'll do the most jarring shit for that check.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like that. They have the carrot over the camel, and the
Hmm.
camel will walk 500 miles. That's Jasmine. They're hanging that TLC check over her snout, and she's whatever
Mhm.
they tell her to do. Jasmine is gonna do it. I think she recently shaved her head for real this time. I think that's what I
Oh,
saw recently. Did y'all see that? And also,
Yeah, I did a post on it, and I think it's a topic. Of it.
oh
oh.
shoot, I didn't see it on the list. We'll get to
Yeah,
that in a bit.
yeah. So okay, the final comment I'll read on Amani is "Calm down, Beyonce."
Yeah, that's very accurate. That's very accurate.
Yeah. Okay, I know we're like everyone's bashing and hates Amani, though. I want to and again, I can only speak on my personal experiences. I personally have. I'm talking about like whatever. Like I have no problems with her, and I actually like her as like I don't have any problems with her. Is all I'm saying. So I'm team Amani
Well,
versus like I like her way more than Shekinah. I'll say that much.
oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I like anybody more than Shekinah. I think Sarper probably likes Amani like more than Shekinah. No one likes Shekinah. So I totally understand that. I
She's
think
not she's not marketable. I don't know why they keep her on. She's Sarper is funnier without her. Sarper without Shekinah, I think
Yeah,
he
like
would do
if
better.
Sarper, yeah, like if Sarper was on Single Life,
He
he
would
would
do
be a
better.
hit.
did
He's
you
more likable.
happen did you happen to catch their pillow talk episode? Because
Yeah.
I think that you nailed it. They're just not likable, they're not funny, and they're not entertaining
They're not
Mhm.
together.
together they do not make any kind of entertainment television. Maybe him by himself, yes. But her and him, she has no personality.
He does.
She
I
just sits
know.
there like a cat, just looking and making these
She kind
comments.
of reminds me of like somebody that's like got a stick up their ass and it's
Yeah,
Mhm.
really like I
she's
don't know.
constipated all the time.
Like, yeah, she always has that weird. I
She
can't
got
move
that
my.
constipated look on her face all the
Yeah.
time, like she's holding in a fart.
So when
Mhm.
I saw their pillow talk, you know me, I take one for the team and I watch as much of the crap that I can watch. And I was like, this is actually bad. I was like, well, I can't go to Twitter and say it because TLC does the opposite of what I say. So I would have to go to Twitter and say Shakarper are amazing on Pillow Talk, and that's the only way that they'll take them off because no matter what, it has to be the opposite of what I say because I've been telling them who sucks for the last 10 years and they have been going opposite of what I've said. So in order for me to make it work, I have to go
Mhm.
find and say how funny they are.
True. Okay. So the next topic is about 90-day diaries. So I did a post like tonight. So let me read you my caption. Um, okay, so here's my caption. Shabooty, a fan asked me what happened in 90 Day Fiance Diaries on Friday. So here's the tea. They aired 2 Friday episodes of 90 Day Diaries, and then TLC pulled it as to why they've been mum. But I think the ratings, this is me talking like what I think. Anyway, but I think the ratings were down because it was on a new night and it didn't have a 90 Day Fiance lead in. It also had competition like Love Island games, and a lot of 90 Day Fiance fans are watching Love After Lockup instead on a competing network on Friday nights. But here's a scoop: the same season will return and continue this December on Monday nights after the 90 Day Other Way as its lead in. And then I said the network still loves doing the show due to its low production costs. So it's a no brainer. And yes, the next season of Diaries is already being filmed by the cast members, and that's the tea. So that's about it.
So they pulled it, and then they're gonna bring it back.
Yeah, in December it'll be on Mondays now.
So wait,
Hmm.
so they aired the episodes that we saw
Yeah, the 2 episodes I think. Yeah,
and they're not going to air anymore.
until December,
What?
and it'll be on Mondays now.
Well, that's the day it was always on. It was
Well,
always on.
they're regretting putting on Friday, right? Because my guess was
Yeah,
it was because the ratings were down.
Because Love After Lockup is coming back October 27th. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it starts again the new season of Love After Lockup or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. I think it's October 27th. So they're not going to get the competition. They're not going to be able to beat the Love After Lockup franchise. Not with the Diaries, with them old recast old cast members talking shit. Love After Lockup is good because it got new people all the time, so nobody's gonna tune into it.
Yeah, so that's a T.
All right, cool. I guess I didn't miss much then.
Yeah, I didn't even bother watching, but I think George watched the episodes or something. All right, let me go to the next topic, I guess. Let's see. All right, next topic. Let's see. Oh yeah, so now we're on to the Jasmine thing. So Jasmine shaved her head for real this time, and the reason I'm saying it's for real, there's actually like videos of it, and I know Matt also shaved his head. So I also did a meme on my Instagram. Go check it out. I could put it in Patreon if you like, but I did like a split screen with hair with Gino bald and Jasmine bald. And then I'll read my caption was kind of like flippant, but I'll read it real quick. It says, I said, "Well, Jasmine and Gino are both bald now. Funny how the cosmos work. Who wore it better?" And then I said, "And no, everything Jasmine does is for publicity. So don't think of her as some sort of hero. She's trying to hit her Facebook creator bonuses for the month." So that's what I
I
said.
mean, did she have a reason to do it?
Like, I think the reason is publicity, but the like underlying excuse for the publicity is
Or
she
the
always says like
alopecia?
alopecia shit. But
Alopecia.
I think it's because it gets her a lot of attention.
Was that the picture where that I think you had posted before where it was short? I said it kind of looks nice on her. That it's like a buzz cut, not a complete bald cut.
Yeah, there wasn't. I think there was an earlier photo, and then I didn't
Yeah,
really
there
believe
was
it.
a buzz cut.
Yeah, but I feel like that one was almost like fake, and then but she saw how much attention the fake one got, and then she's like, you know what, all the attention the fake one got, I might as well do it for real this time and do some videos and like, and then it'll get real attention. So I think it's just out for
No,
attention.
I hate to go here because it's not going to sound nice, but Jasmine is always looking for sympathy.
Mhm.
It's got to be woe is me, feel sorry for me. Her every episode, she's like, Gina is hurt. Is she gotta have people feel bad for her? So I know alopecia is it's a horrible disease. It's a horrible thing that hurts a lot of people, especially women, and it affects their self-esteem and how they feel about themselves. And I'm not downplaying her experience with it. I'm not doing that, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that she's doing this because she wants people to pick.
Yeah,
I think
they
it's
do that.
fake. I
They
think it's fake
Wait,
because
do
I've
you
seen
No,
a
think
I,
video.
no,
wait. Do you think she does not have alopecia?
No, not that. Her like the shaving the head because I've seen other videos of people doing the same thing. Like if you guys know who Pauly D is from Jersey Shore, he did the same thing to his beard and his like hair. We know he ain't getting rid of his hair because that's his
So
signature
wait,
hair.
how did they
And
do
I've
that?
seen
How did they make
I
it?
don't know. It's this video, like I don't know. It's like an app or a video. Like
it could
I
be
saw him do it a few
it could
days
be an
ago.
app. It could be an
Yeah,
app because
Well,
now AI is so out of control. You don't know what's real and what's
yeah.
fake.
if it's not real and she's faking it and then claiming alopecia, that makes it even worse.
I
yeah,
think she
like
had complained about alopecia before, and as you
no, but
can
she was
see, her
Yeah.
posting
hair.
about no, but she was posting about alopecia recently, like the day before. She posted the videos of her with her bald
No,
head.
but remember remember when she first started, she had that big long wig, and that she made Gino bring her $300 packs of hair and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And
because
then she
yeah.
came back without it, and she was saying that she took it off because no, I mean the reason she wore wigs was to hide her alopecia. That's the
Yeah,
reason why she wore wigs.
but George is right in the sense of if it comes out that this is her she's posting about alopecia, then posting videos of a bald head, and then saying, "Oh, I was kidding with the bald head. I do have alopecia, but I don't have a bald head." She would look like an extra asshole.
Yeah,
So
that would make it even worse. Because
yeah,
Right.
if she has it, it's not something to downplay. I know women personally that have
Mhm.
it, and I know women that have been on TV that have had it, and they really go through it with the wigs and the situation that they're in. It definitely it's a mind situation, because for a woman, her hair is an extension of her beauty and who she is. So
And she's too vain to do that. She'd rather wear wigs than go completely bald. I think if she did, in fact, started losing her hair. But I think in her case, she had some sort of hair loss. I'm not gonna say alopecia. I'm gonna say she was losing hair. Her hair was thinning out. The same with Shekinah. Shekinah was wearing wigs because her hair was thinning out too and falling out. That's why she said.
Oh, and then this wasn't on my topics list, but then I had a theory on my Instagram stories where, and again, I'm not saying this is like the reason or what's happening, and I was also kind of being like, like sarcastic about it, but so I know, and then let me say allegedly. So I'm not saying this is the case or this is true, or I'm not saying this is what's happening. This is just more of like a theory. So she has vegan protein powder, right? And then there's this huge um Consumer Reports report about it, which is obviously a major source, where allegedly a lot of protein powders, especially plant-based protein powders, have like lead in it over the like exposure limit that you're allowed to really be exposed to. So I'm not saying this has anything to do with Jasmine. I'm just saying, and not related to her products, but just there are these protein powders out there on the market that have Consumer Reports found that has high lead levels of lead in it.
I
So
saw that too at the nail
yeah,
salon. I'm like, wait, what?
yeah, so it's like if she's exposed to lead, that also leads to like hair follicle loss. So I posted about that on my Instagram stories.
oh shit. Okay.
Well, that could be too, and also, the Ozempic shots supposedly is pulling your hair out and stuff too.
For real?
Yeah, the Ozempic. A lot of women are complaining they're going blind,
Oh
and
my God. Right.
they're losing hair because
But
some people are not using it appropriately. Some people are using it to lose weight, and they
it's
don't have no type of
Diabetes.
diabetes. So if the medicine is not doing what it's supposed to do, it starts to eat you from the inside.
oh no.
Yeah, but that's like a lot of Hollywood actresses that have been complaining, like saying that,
Hmm.
the horrors of Ozempic, some of them are getting blindness, hair falling out,
Hmm.
stomach cramping up, stuff like that. But you can't never tell with Jasmine. Women who have a lot of like Botox and plastic surgery and stuff like that, you can never tell what's going on in their bodies.
Hmm.
She
True.
probably
What?
got defective titties or the ass implants, but probably
Hmm.
the silicone is not good. If you went to a place that put your ass implants in backwards, that can't be a good place.
Real quick, like I'll read you the thing I posted on. I sent it to y'all in the text, and I put it on Patreon. But I'll read you the thing about the hot lead or whatever. It says our recent tests found protein powders and shakes contain high levels of lead. Why we tested protein powders and shakes. Since our last test of protein powders 15 years ago, protein has become a centerpiece of the wellness craze. Heavy metals were widespread in protein supplements back then, and today they're even worse. Um, and then there's one that says lead levels in protein products based on type. Plant-based tended to have the most lead, followed by beef-based, with dairy proteins like whey being the lowest. And then I looked into like, does exposure lead into of lead leading to hair loss? So it says yes. Exposure to lead PB can potentially lead to hair loss, or can potentially cause hair loss. Though it's not usually the first or most obvious symptom, here's how it can happen. Toxic to hair follicles. Lead interferes with the normal growth cycle of hair follicles, potentially leading to thinning or shedding. Endocrine disruption. Lead can mess with hormone balance, which affects hair growth and overall metabolism. Nutrient interference, chronic exposure depletes essential nutrients that your hair needs to grow. And last but not least, overall health stress. Lead poisoning puts strain on your liver, kidneys, and nervous system. And when your body's under stress, hair growth often slows or stops. So that's just something I wanted to post. But I'm not saying that's what's going on with Jasmine, but it's some good
I mean,
knowledge to know.
the mood swing, the mood swing thing does make sense.
Hmm.
It would
Yeah.
make sense if she's using protein powders that contain lead. It would make more
Hmm.
sense.
True. So yeah, I posted. Yeah, check if you haven't seen the photo of the bald head, Jasmine. I posted it with a split screen with Gino's bald head. So check that out. It's pretty funny.
Oh, now I'm skeptical on whether or not her and Matt really did it
I
because
mean, well, there's a video of Matt shaving his hair.
well,
Like,
Gina sent me a video just now of somebody
mhm,
doing that same thing and it's fake.
mhm,
So now I'm
That was
skeptical.
like Polly D. That was
Yeah,
Polly
Gina
D.
sent me a video and he's shaving and it looks like he's shaving, but
yeah,
it's
well, send me the video too.
I did. I did.
Okay.
Check your Instagram. And I sent it to
Uh,
Captain too.
mhm,
so I'm skeptical now. I'm not sure because no offense, but Jasmine is a woe is me, look at me, pick me girl. So she's kind of like Amani. Like it's whatever
mhm,
you can do to get people to look at me, look at me, look at me, pick me, pick me, pick me is what you do. And now I'm just wondering, but I think this would be very offensive if it's not real. Because like
mhm,
I said, there are people that suffer from this. That's like faking cancer. You know, like there's some things that are just off limits and unforgivable. And I think pretending that, using other people's trauma and pain, because there are people who are living daily trauma with this condition and just using it as a way for people to pay attention to you. I don't condone. So now
mhm,
I'm wondering if it's legit or not.
I mean, she knows better than to be lying about that shit because if it comes out that it's a lie, she loses all credibility. And I don't think TLC will be okay with you, lying about something that you don't have, a condition, especially like you
mhm,
said, something that affects millions and millions of women. And it's
Oh,
not a choice. That's just something you can't control.
right.
mhm.
So
By
for
the way,
her,
By the way, Gina, like the thing you sent me, I see the photos, but is there like a video of it too, or what?
I thought it was a video that I sent.
This
Hold
is
on.
photos though. I mean, maybe the original post is a video, but the actual post you sent though was photos. You know what I mean?
Oh no, but it was an actual video, but that he
Yep.
did like he actually did it, like shaving a head. I
Yeah,
think
but I'm
it's
saying I want to see
gone
the.
now.
If you find the video, let me know.
I'll find the video. Hold on. Yeah,
True,
I'll try
All
to find the
right.
video and I'll report back. But still.
true,
Well,
but yeah, no, I'm saying like at this point, she should check her. Jasmine should check herself because like
Oh,
even
found the video. Hold on one sec. It's on TikTok.
okay, like even if she pulls a fast one on us, like she'll be a fucking asshole if she like he says alopecia, alopecia. Oh, it's just AI. I tricked y'all. Haha. I don't really have a bald head.
or
How
she wants to see.
surprised how surprised would we be though? Because she's the same person who sat in that lawyer's office pregnant with her baby daddy, crying and making it
Mhm,
seem like she was innocent. She in that episode, she said, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just an innocent person, and Gino is a horrible person. I was like, you're pregnant by your boyfriend and you're married and you're on a K1 visa with somebody else. I was like, you can't sit here and act like you didn't do anything wrong. Right? Because she was like, well, Shabooty, you're the
And
one that posted it. You were like, stop pretending that immigration cares about your fake ass open marriage.
mhm,
Like, don't
yeah,
think that you didn't do anything wrong because immigration will have, something else to say about that.
mhm.
Nobody said you could go get pregnant by him just because you wanted to. There's no law
Yeah.
that says that that's okay.
that story is really crazy. Either her and Gino have been divorced already, and they just stayed on to play along for the show, because that's kind of brazen to do that on national TV. Say that you can't, you married this person and you came, and then now you're knocked up by somebody else, and you still, your paperwork either still hasn't come, or you can't do that because they look into that. And they're like, wait a minute, you've only been here X amount of, months or year, and you're already pregnant with another man's baby. That's immigration fraud, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like if it was like a normal administration, like Biden administration or whatever, or Clinton administration, like then I would say she doesn't have anything to worry about. But in this administration, like
Yeah, and this administration for you to be on national TV talking about immigration fraud is fucking crazy.
yeah, they're looking for any excuse to get your ass in. They're gonna send her ass to. Then they're gonna put her to Panama. They can send her ass to like Ghana and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just gonna send her wherever. They're gonna just buy her a plane ticket.
they're gonna
Don't send her here. Do not send her here. We do not need her in this country. That's for sure.
No, they won't. They're not messing with Canada. Canada
doesn't even take like
Mhm.
Drake's dad. I think they didn't even let Drake's dad in there, and he's a Canadian citizen. Like they don't take,
Canada doesn't.
yeah,
Canada
they don't
doesn't.
even take their own citizens
They
back,
don't answer the phone when the
right?
U.S. calls. They're like, nope, send it
They
to
act
voicemail.
like Canada is like that step parent where when they divorce your mom, they act like they don't know you.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Ugh, I don't know them kids. Canada be like, nope, nope. But yeah, that's kind of I mean, I wouldn't put it past this show to do stuff like that. People that have been divorced already, but they're still doing it for the show because it gives good ratings. I think her and Gino were divorced already. Like,
Well, that's probably what's going on with Rob and Sophie too.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure they're already divorced, but they are, he was just on her diaries, where
Mhm.
he just now said, I want a divorce. And I was like, girl, we watched this man film a whole season in Mexico single and he banged Jennifer. Like,
yeah.
you mean you want a divorce? He ain't even thinking about you. He banging other people, and so is you.
I don't think that Sophie came here on a K1 visa. I think she came here on something else, a work visa or something.
Well,
And that's the
Yeah,
story. That was the
she
storyline.
came here on an OnlyFans visa or something.
yeah,
Yeah, she probably
Yeah.
came on.
to get a
I know.
work visa, you gotta have a job. And
Oh,
we know that the only jobs Sophie is given is blowjobs.
that's what I'm saying.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
For you to petition a K1 petition, you got to have 5 years at minimum at your job. You got to be there for at least 5 years and have at least $5,000-6,000 in the bank in your savings account. I
Mhm.
know that for a fact. So
Or, Captain, or you can get a co-signer or a sponsor to help you. And don't forget, Rob has a rich family.
yeah, but
And didn't Kalani's dad do the same thing?
Kalani's dad
So
did. Yeah, you got to
he
have a
co-signed?
co-signer.
And actually, Tiffany Franco dad was going to do it as well, but it
For
didn't.
Ronald.
Yeah, it didn't. He agreed to it, but it didn't come to it.
Yeah, because you'll be responsible for that person. I don't think Rob's mom, because remember they were estranged. He wasn't speaking or living with his mom or none of that stuff, communication with his mom when he was on the show first with Sophie. And I highly doubt his mom was gonna put up the money to what if the show didn't work out? Now you're stuck with this girl and I'm responsible for her for 10
Then,
years.
Captain, it depends on how rich the family is. Some families just look at it like it's 5 or 10 grand. That ain't nothing. That's what I spend on purses. Like it just
Yeah,
depends.
but that's not that's not the point. The point is you're responsible for that person for 10 years. So your
I thought it
parents,
was forever now. Not they changed it from 10 years because that's what happened with the Ozuelo.
well, I don't know. I haven't heard that, but his parents are not gonna be. Rob's parents are not gonna be like, okay, cool, we'll just support Sophie for the rest of the next 10 years while you go
Mhm.
about your life.
I think you are onto something, Cap, because remember when Sophie got here, like a week later,
Her
her mom
mom,
came and her mom never left.
yeah,
It's like, how did her mom get over here to stay? Because just because Sophie is here, don't mean that her mom can stay. So I think you're onto something. I think they are here under something else.
under some other kind of visa.
Yeah, you're onto something.
A lot.
Mhm.
I've been noticing that a lot with some of these couples that the person, they'll show them, and then poof, next thing you know, or when they start filming, they'll say, "Well, the person is here. I'm picking them up because the K1 visa came through," and they introduce them to the show like that. Oh, picking them up at the airport because they're here already. Boom, boom, boom. Like when the show started in the early days of 90 Day Fiance, they used to show us the courtship when the person from here used to go to overseas and court and date the person, and we'll have a season of that. Then the next season we're waiting for the person to get visa. Remember that?
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
that's how Big Mike did with Natalie.
With Natalie, yeah. The
Go
Mike
over
went
there.
to Ukraine
That
Ukraine.
that's how he got to know Natalie Mama so good.
Mhm,
He was
mhm,
going back and forth because her ass couldn't
mhm.
come here. You're right. We watched for years.
We
Mike had
watched
to go back.
we watched it from birth, how it happened, how it started, and then boom. Then the
But
person
then we
applies.
don't know, for instance, with Sophie, we don't know because she doesn't talk about her dad or anything like that. So her dad could have dual citizenship and could be half American or whatnot and British. We don't know that.
Mhm.
Yeah, but then how did she get here? The question we're having is
Because she has citizenship if she has dual citizenship if her
if
dad's half American.
I think her mom had dual citizenship and her too. I think they all did. They just prefer to live in England or whatever.
Mhm.
I
Should we
mean,
go-
maybe. I mean, I thought it was.
Okay,
And they
moving
were
on.
supposedly
Yeah, let's move
they,
along. I don't know what
they
the fuck
were
you're talking about.
supposedly remember her grandfather was super rich, that she had
Mhm.
private chef and all of that.
True. Okay, you want to go to the next topic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next topic, if we go there, I'm gonna be saying like allegedly every after every sentence, I'm gonna be saying allegedly. So you want to go there?
Let's go.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Trademark
Yeah.
allegedly.
So yeah, okay. So I have some like tea on like Josh and Lily fame,
Yeah,
but it's like
Chick-fil-A, Josh.
huh? Yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, but
Chick-fil-A.
it's very like allegedly, meaning like I literally am gonna have to say allegedly like after every sentence because like it's you know what I mean. It's you know how it is. You know how the hot tea goes. You can't just like say it like it's Bible. So all right, let me pull up my. I have a separate text file for this tea. Hold on, 1 second. Uh, okay, hold on. Okay, so let me just so this is some tea. I'm gonna start reading tea, I guess. Okay.
Okay.
And
All right.
this is like I purposely haven't posted this on like Instagram because it's just like at some point, when you're Instagram, when you become big enough on Instagram, you can't just nilly whatever
I
post
think
whatever
it's willy-nilly.
willy nilly. Yeah, I can't willy nilly just post everything on my Instagram with a lot of eyeballs on it. Anyway, so okay, allegedly, let's go through some of these. Divorce filing allegedly. Joshua filed divorce from Lily in Hawaii at the end of September. Allegedly, he has not lived in Hawaii for the legally required 6 months, violating state residency rules. Allegedly. Um, Allegedly, he is accused of using a false address to appear eligible to file there. Let's see. Allegedly, he stayed at a girlfriend's home for free, which was a Japanese woman. He allegedly took advantage of her generosity and allegedly became abusive. Let's see. When and again, all this is alleged. Allegedly, when he was asked to leave, allegedly filed a false police report that led to her wrongful arrest. After evidence disproved his claims, he reportedly withdrew his complaint with the prosecutor's office. And again, let me end with allegedly. Relationship issues. Let's see. The woman involved reportedly obtained a TRO, which is a temporary restraining order against him. Allegedly, he is described as controlling, manipulative, and coercive. Then it gets into some other areas, which I'm not going to get into on this podcast. Um, Again, there's certain things on here, even I'm not even going to read on this podcast. Let's see. Controlling behavior. He allegedly monitored her phone, pressured her to introduce him to her friends, and tried to accompany her everywhere. Allegedly, he threatened to expose her private information at her workplace and on social media. Allegedly, he visited her job and spoke to coworkers about private matters, frightening her. Um, he allegedly made derogatory comments about Asian women, expressing that they should obey him. He's allegedly made remarks implying she had become too westernized. And then the woman didn't even know he was like a 90-day guy. So the friends, they claim they were shocked to learn of his involvement in 90-Day Fiance as he had kept that kind of private. Um, and then I guess I'll end this with another allegedly. Friends allege that he frequented massage parlors that, may have given happy endings, allegedly. And the final thing, he allegedly may express attraction to transgender women, allegedly. And that's the end of my tea, allegedly.
I have questions.
Okay.
So I have questions. So Why was he still married to Lily? Because you said that he filed for divorce from Lily just now? Like recently? Because they broke up like years ago.
Oh, here's the only thing again, I'm on the fly here. Well, no, I mean that's hold on. No, one second. Let me go to my screenshots. One second. Let me go. I have some screenshots. So let me refer to my screenshots. Hang on. It's a good question. Hold on.
And that's just like I have like 18 other questions, but that's just why.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's again like that's why I said allegedly like 2,000 times because a lot of this is like up in the air. But that's the scoop that I have is Joshua filed divorce from Lily in the end of September in Hawaii.
That's like last month.
Yeah.
He broke
And
up for like 2 years.
mhm.
Mm.
Unless they're talking about September of last year, I don't know. But
Um,
I guess
so
the issue though is like you have to live for according to this T allegedly was you have to live in that state for 6 months before you could like file for divorce. And he allegedly wasn't there for the proper like 6 month time frame. So
but wait, he had to live in Hawaii for 6 months to file for divorce for someone who lived in China?
like I said, this is like I said, this is very
Well,
alleged.
if you got to file in the state that you live,
Yeah.
and I guess to show residency, it has to be at least 6 months,
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
for your paperwork, to get filed.
Yeah.
Once
Again,
it comes through,
divorce is
you
a
can
long
move.
process.
Yeah, once you file your papers, you can move anywhere you want. But I think to start the process and all of that, you have to have at least six
Yeah.
months residency.
That makes sense to me. Yeah.
So
So he was in Hawaii living with somebody else while he was married to Lily?
Yeah. So allegedly he was with like his Japanese woman.
But she lived in Hawaii, not
Yeah, she was in Hawaii, and all the tea
and
that I
he
read was
thought that
about.
and he thought she was too westernized. She wasn't like um European enough for him.
no, not Asian enough.
Asian enough. I'm sorry, Asian enough.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
this is a lot. Like this is a lot for me.
So
So
the only thing that I can say allegedly that they said that he allegedly likes trans women is that he has a photo with a trans woman that we all know.
Mhm.
So
when did you
And
wait,
yeah,
when did
and
you say that?
huh?
I didn't hear the trans woman thing.
that was the final thing I read. I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed that. Because
And
that
somebody said
wondering-
that he allegedly prefers trans women
No, I didn't say prefers. I said
or has shown interest.
allegedly is claim that he expressed attraction to transgender women.
so allegedly he dabbles.
I don't know
Uh-huh.
about all that, but
Allegedly. So my question, because I wondered if we were gonna touch base on the fact that there was a photo of him with
what's her faith or something?
yeah, Faith. When
Mhm.
is he because Faith is in the Philippines.
Yes.
When
Mhm.
when was he there?
I don't. Yeah, that I don't know.
Like there's so many
There's a lot of questions there.
Yeah, and I will say this. I mean, I could obviously like text you whatever, but in a group chat. But there's details. There are details that like I even left out for our podcast that are more like they're more like they're more like explosive details that I purposely left out because they're almost like too. I don't want to go there because they're too.
Yeah, you don't want to get
Yeah, they're
Hinge.
too whatever
sued,
the word is. You know
sued
what I
or
mean?
anything.
well, yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want to get a cease and desist.
Yeah, like they're
Mm-hmm.
too whatever, so I don't want to go there.
Well, wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. And
Yeah.
I did, I was wondering if we were ever going to get a follow up because, we did break the story that he was living in Hawaii. Well, you did. And he was working at a Chick-fil-A in Hawaii.
Mhm.
And we were all questioning, what was going on with that? What was that situation? So this was kind of like a little follow up, allegedly, of why he was in Hawaii, what he was doing there, who he was with. And apparently, they don't watch 90 Day Fiance in Hawaii because nobody knew he was from 90 Day Fiance in Hawaii. So
Yeah,
the
probably
whole
do.
thing is wild to me. So he was like hiding out in a state where
Mhm.
nobody knew that he was from that show. So he was like kind of, I guess, what do you call it? Vacating that past Like
Mhm.
nobody knew that about him. So,
Yeah, and then to work in a Chick-fil-A
well, that's the thing though, because
where
if
so many people, frequent a fast food joint and nobody knows you.
nobody knows you, and also,
Mhm.
how did he get a job in Hawaii if he couldn't even establish residency? Can you work in a state you don't live in?
Well, yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
you
a
can work
U.S.
there.
citizen. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. As
Well,
long as you
shit.
have an address, as long as you show an address where you live, you can work anywhere.
Oh,
But
okay.
he can go to Alaska and work.
yeah, you can
Yeah,
work
okay,
anywhere. You just gotta
okay.
have a place, a residency. I mean, you could be in a shelter and in Hawaii, you could be living in a shelter, and they help you get
Like,
jobs.
oh, by the way, again, let me say allegedly, but then there's one thing, there's some details like I didn't even get in, I didn't even read, but like alleged, I don't even know if this is true or not, but so allegedly Lily is in California working illegally, allegedly.
Mm,
Hold on. Lily is in the United States working illegally.
Allegedly, yes.
Good Jesus. So wait,
There's a
this
crime
is getting
syndicate
crazy.
going on here.
Captain, you know how somebody telling you a story and the plot just keeps
Yeah, it just keeps
bigger?
getting crazy.
bullshit. It's the
Yeah,
point.
So how did she allegedly get into the country
I don't
without
know.
allegedly documentation?
I
I
don't know,
mean, I
but
mean that's not the most far fetched thing because a lot of human trafficking comes from Asia too.
Maybe she
So
hooked up with his brother.
yeah,
true.
no, she probably came on a visa, visiting visa.
And then
If she is here, because she got the money, she has money, so they wouldn't deny her a visitor's visa.
oh yeah, and then you just overstay your visa. Yeah.
But I don't think she would have take that chance because
No,
Mhm.
because look what
Okay,
happened with
like,
Shaun. Anyways,
okay, so I asked the source about like his jobs and stuff. Um, let's see. Okay, so here's some of our conversation of my source. I said, did he? Well, I forget. This is me jumping into the end of a conversation. I said, did he at least bring her home Chick-fil-A? And then my source says, of course, duh, it's free. And then my source says, and let me say allegedly again, but he quit super quickly and landed another easy job like security. And let me say allegedly, he's not even paying child support for a second kid. What kind of person does that? Um,
What
and
second kid? What first kid? Wait,
I don't know.
what kid?
No,
Booty,
does he not have kids or something? I don't
I
know.
don't remember kids.
he had kids. He
Yeah,
had
he had
kids.
kids with the first wife or whatever.
His
How
first
old
wife, he
were
had
they?
kids.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
old were
I think
they?
they were
keep
like
on opening
teenagers.
up that can of worms.
I
Every
think
time you
I,
open your mouth, Shabooty.
And
I think
no,
I
he has
think
kids
they're
though.
like teenagers or boy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think I
Oh,
know one is a boy or something.
oh, so they
Didn't
just
they show him his son on the
yeah,
show?
yeah. I think they did. They showed the
They
kids. I
showed
think.
his son. They were his
oh,
kids.
okay, that slipped my mind. I don't remember the scenes with the kids because I was like, second kid, when did the first one pop out?
Yeah, no, they said something about him having kids. I don't know if it was a boy or girl. I think they're like teenagers or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
vaguely remember that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, this is allegedly a really cup of hot
Well,
tea.
the funniest part is his storyline was boring, but this was the most interesting story
Mhm.
I've heard in a while. So
So
I
I
was
okay,
mean,
like,
okay. So I asked them. I was like, well, anyway, we were talking about jobs and stuff. So let me just say allegedly. Okay, this person said the source says he couldn't find a job, so he forced her to help him, meaning like the Japanese woman, but she didn't. So but hold on, let me just read that again. When it says her, it means like the Japanese woman, not Lily. He couldn't find a job, so he forced her to help him, but she didn't. So he ended up with some crappy job. She's from Japan, already working and living on her own. Why did he need her to get a job? Hawaii's in America, his own country. He's just ridiculously lazy as fuck. Um,
oh,
I mean, when you hear the allegations and
mhm.
you put the allegations to the face, they're not so far off from his behavior.
It's not
He
far
looks like
fetched.
the type of person that would do shit like that.
well, Captain, let's not forget he moved to China so he could be a house husband for Lily.
Right.
he was not gonna work
And
over.
he checked out of that relationship the minute he landed.
Yeah, he was over there so he could live in her house while
His
she went to work.
He just looked like he was always on another planet. Like he was just always so spaced out.
Yeah, like when he did those videos and you look directly into the camera, like he had that
Yeah.
look on his eyes were bulging and shit.
He got serial killer potential.
Allegedly. But
Allegedly. He looked like a Lifetime movie character for some kind
yeah,
of domestic
he's
violence.
you could tell he's like a very intense person. So yeah.
Yeah. So his allegations are allegations, but he if I had to find him guilty in court, I think I would find him guilty of the
Well,
allegations.
here is my unpopular opinion. I know that the ladies are saying that he's manipulative and controlling and violent, maybe allegedly. I don't remember that word, but in my opinion, do any of you guys look at him and fear for your life?
Yes, I
For
would.
real?
If
For
he lived,
real?
if he lived across the street from me, I would be terrified of him.
But it doesn't look like he can fight.
Then usually
But
serial killers don't have to fight you. They just gotta drug you and get you to where they need.
I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right, Captain. You're
Yeah,
right.
why is that? They get a little chloroform. Be like, does this smell like flowers? And you smell it. Whoop, that's it. You're in the trunk.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
if you were with him like in bed and you woke up in the middle of the night and he's staring at you, that'd be pretty scary.
Yeah, or he's just, or you're outside in your garden and you look over and he's just across the street staring with those
Mhm.
soulless eyes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're right.
He's scared. He terrified the shit out of me. And those are the ones you gotta watch out for. Them real quiet ones.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. You're right.
He always had that deer in the headlights look, like he didn't know what the
Yeah.
fuck was going on.
And speaking deer in headlights, did y'all hear about that Nikki Exotica story?
Yeah, but
Yes.
didn't it end up she's like fine and stuff though.
Yeah, she's totally
Yeah.
fine. So I wanted to ask the round table. So, okay, so Nikki Exotica had a breast augmentation surgery, breast reconstruction surgery. And
Mhm.
somebody posted on her account that said that her blood pressure was low and dropping, and she was unconscious, and they needed prayers, and it was extremely serious. And then, like, not even a day later, she was posting on her own story saying, "Thank you for all the love and support." And a lot of people were getting Amani vibes from that, where they were like, "Oh, she was totally fine, and she looked at this as a situation where she could get a little, clout from
The
it."
tension.
Do y'all feel that way, or do you think that maybe something did go wrong during her surgery, or what?
I mean, plastic surgery it's claimed a lot of victims.
You right. You
It
right.
has claimed a lot of victims, especially that breast surgery, because a lot of people go into the surgery and they don't disclose full disclosure with the doctors, and the doctors are getting the money, so they're like, yeah, you know what? Let's check your blood pressure, this and that, or you could probably take medications that they don't tell the doctor about, and bad shit could happen. But she probably, and I hope she didn't get bigger breast. She probably is trying to get back in the fold. So last resort, not last resort, the hunt for love and single life. So that could be a remember me. I was almost dying.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, I think it was a total attention grab. Like I think it was like, let me make some headlines and she did
Yeah,
make
because
some
that
headlines.
that hunt for love got a lot of them coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, but like it just reminded me of there was a more serious thing where I'm not saying this is the same or whatever, but it just there was like Amber from Love After Lockup. I know she was in the hospital, right? Or something.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And
Yeah.
she was in the ICU, intensive care
Ye-
unit.
Yeah, so that was probably more serious, but that was
Yeah.
making headlines. So
And I don't
but
want to say that this was also false, but do you remember this was years ago, but there's a cast member named Cleo, and
mhm.
she posted like something cryptic on her Instagram that made it seem as though she was gonna do something to
Oh
harm.
yeah, yeah.
And then
Yeah, Cleo. Yeah, from London.
and then she ignored, like, she
And then she cut off her comments and
cut off
everything.
her comments so nobody could get a hold of her. And then we find out days later that she was fine and she was never in any danger, and she had people watching her and everything. And a lot of people that rubbed the wrong way because they were like, well, you know, somebody could have said you were okay. Why did you make us wait all these days? You know,
Yeah, she was on Diaries that she was having the surgery, right?
Yup,
She popped
exactly.
up on Diaries. I think she was getting her first. She got her first nose job, I think it was, or her. What was it that she did that
It
she
was
didn't
something
like
to
it?
her face.
Her
Yeah, it was
facelift or
her nose.
something. Like the cheekbones to make her face look less chiseled, I think, and then she hated it.
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
she went back into obscurity.
speaking of Shabooty, she popped up again, and you posted it on your story or on your page where she was on a, you know how they do the employee training video, you know, when you get a new job and they teach you. I remember, oh my God, y'all, a long time ago I used to work at Walmart, and they had these videos called CBLs. I don't remember what it stood for anymore, but you would go in the back room in Walmart and you would go on a computer and you would watch these training videos, and they were so funny, right? Because I remember I was watching one video where it was a certain person shopping in the jewelry section. I'm not going to get into it, but the worker walked up to their coworker and they were like, "Hey, did you want to go help these people? They're looking at the jewelry." And the one coworker said to the others, they were like, "Girl, please, they can only afford the costume jewelry." And then the Walmart computer was like, "What did so and so do wrong in this situation?" And then you had to click, they were being racist. You know, the CBL. So she showed up on the training video at somebody's job. And
So she showed up in the screen where it says like harassment based on gender identity.
and this is like a US company.
Yeah, so so one of my followers sent it to me, and their tweet says, "I was doing an annual harassment training for my job and found Cleo on my training." And yeah, so that was you can look up. Look, you can see the photo on my Instagram.
But
Yeah.
didn't she travel here to get the surgery done?
Yeah, she did, to California.
She traveled
She
to
went to
California.
she went to Texas, right? Well, for the most recent
Texas.
one.
Oh, it was Texas.
It was Texas. Remember we commented that.
Yeah, because we said, why did you go to like a red state?
Yeah, why?
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Because
that shit is frowned upon in Texas, but she went there.
Yeah, right. Because my thought was she should have went to California because that's where it would have made more sense. Yeah, you're right.
It didn't make no sense how she ended up in Texas, but she might have roots here too. She might, just choose to live in London, but but is probably an American citizen.
Speaking of like trans women or whatever, did you see the video of the duck lips woman, the big breasted woman, and the duck lips trans woman?
Yeah.
Wait, one of those women were trans? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the one with the big lips was trans, I think.
Oh, I didn't even know. I thought there were just two women that had the surgeries done or whatever. I didn't even know.
Yeah, because I'm assuming the trans person is the one that banged, like fucked the woman, and then that's how she got pregnant.
Wait, one of them was pregnant?
Yeah, didn't you? You gotta watch. You gotta go back and watch the video.
I gotta go back and watch it. I just thought that because the boobs were so big, I couldn't tell what was going on with the body.
Because like so the woman is pregnant, and then there's like a giant stripper pole in the middle of like the baby's room.
What?
Oh dear.
And this is real. This is not AI.
Yeah, it's real. There's like I need to watch it, but there's a whole like 8-minute YouTube video about him. Yeah.
Oh God.
What? Yeah, I saw that. I didn't even realize one of them was pregnant because their surgeries left them so discombobulated and misshapen. I couldn't tell what was going on with the bodies. I just couldn't tell. I couldn't tell what was ass, what was titties, what was what. It was just so disproportionate. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, that was everyone should look it up on my Instagram, but it kind of went viral a little bit.
Well, a lot of people said that that's Shekinah in 3 years. Isn't that what the comments were saying? They were like, no offense, but this is what Shekinah gonna look like in a few years if she don't cut it out.
Yeah, well, when I posted, I used like hashtag Shekinah, hashtag Darcy.
Darcy.
Well,
As a matter of fact, they're
Darcy.
replaying. They're replaying.
Yeah.
Last week, no, I was just looking up at the TV because I have it on. They're showing the 90-Day Fiance from last week, I think it is, where Jasmine is crying in the in the lawyer's office.
Yeah, sitting there crying in the lawyer's office like she not pregnant with another man baby while she's sitting on
And
a.
I just looked up and I was like, "Oh God, this is the scene that George was talking about." So I
Yes,
think it was that you posted.
yes.
That lady. I think that lady's like, "Get the hell out of my office with that bullshit."
Right? Yeah.
Mhm.
How you gonna sit up there crying in the lawyer's office like you are not impregnated by another man while you sitting on a K-1 visa from a different husband? How you gonna sit there and act like you the victim?
We're gonna see a lot more of Jasmine's coming up because now they see she got away with it. Watch everybody else start pulling that on 90-Day Fiance. I want to open
Mhm.
marriage. I want to open marriage.
True. So do you think they're gonna have like on Last Resort? I mean, I think the answer is yes, but I'll ask it anyway for the sake of the podcast. Do you think they're gonna have new therapists?
Yeah, they'll have.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were
Because weren't they
casting
were like, yeah, I was gonna
they're
say they were
casting for
looking
new
for
therapists.
applicants.
They never used the same one, right? From
Not
the
so.
first season, they didn't have
No,
the same one on the second season.
no, not so far. I don't believe they use the same. Well, shit, Captain. Now that you're saying that, I kind of feel like the sex therapist was on the first one.
Oh, the African American woman?
Yeah, I kind
Yeah, I
of feel
think
like
she maybe was. I don't know.
she
She
most
might have
definitely
been,
was.
but the guy with the Vulcan eyebrows, I don't think he was in the first season.
No, no. But now that you say
Oh.
that, I remember the sex therapist being on both.
Yeah, but the woman that looked like Jenny, they didn't bring her, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember the one that looked like Jenny's doppelganger?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have brought her. I like making fun of her.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
should.
I liked her too. But yeah, I didn't even realize that until you just said it. I was like, the one that told Jasmine to be in the open relationship, she was on the first one.
Yeah, you know what that means? She's a marionette puppet, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
She says whatever they spew into
they
her.
told her to set that up
Yeah, the whole open marriage thing, she set that up for that
they're trying to
therapist.
set that up so that we can justify this woman being pregnant by another man.
Mhm.
Wait, did y'all see that she posted that the lawyer is her divorce attorney and aunt to her daughter? I don't understand that text. Who are you talking about? Jasmine?
So yeah, Jasmine posted a photo of the divorce lawyer that gave her the stink eye. They posted a photo of together hanging out, getting coffee and shit.
Oh, so that's Matt's sister?
No, it's just they're friends, but that's it.
She said her daughter's aunt, attorney,
Oh,
and aunt to her daughter. So if it's
maybe
her
she
aunt
means,
to her daughter, it
No,
has
I
to
don't
be
think
Matt's
that
sister.
part's. I don't think that's accurate.
oh, they mean like godparent.
Yeah, they mean like God aunt or
Yeah, you
something.
know how black folks, everybody is our cousin and our auntie.
Yeah, yeah.
Auntie and
Yeah.
aunties and her cousins.
Yeah, that's probably what they mean. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because I was actually on Reddit. You know, you never do that. You never go on there. And somebody said that they work at a law firm. And they said that everything that lawyer said on that episode was incorrect to any law, especially in Florida. So they were like, this can't possibly be a real scene. This is fake. Because they were like, I'm a lawyer in that state. And everything that that woman said to her was false. So it doesn't surprise me that this is just some friend of Jasmine's because that wasn't actual legal advice that she gave.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
they. I'm telling you, TLC has found a way to protect their main character with this shenanigan that she pulled. And I wouldn't be surprised if her and Gina are long divorced. And this is just something to keep the storyline going and going and going. You know?
Oh, are the divorce records is it open to the public in Michigan or is it closed to the public? Is it
Divorces are public record.
because if they are divorced, we should be able to see it, right?
Where's our CIA agent?
I'm
Gina,
here. I'm
Gina,
here.
if Gino, who lives in Canton, Michigan, is divorced, will we be able to?
Like the only thing I could add to that is to my face, Gino said he's not divorced. So
And that costs a lot of money.
Unfortunately, I've already tried looking prior, but the divorce, like, I'm not paying for no divorce records.
Oh, so
Um,
it's not public record.
exactly. Divorce records are usually not public record.
Well, in some states they are. It just
In
depends.
some states they are because
No.
You can go and get a copy of you got to pay like $15. I remember in New York, you have to pay like $15 to get a copy of a divorce record or divorce decree.
Yeah, well,
It depends, I guess, from state to state. It varies.
some people you could just go on a website and type
Get
in.
on a website and dig up all their dirt.
Yeah.
It won't give you like the details of the divorce. It'll just say if it's been filed and if it's been
Do
finalized.
those websites still exist? I remember there was a free website that you could just put in a person's name and their state, and it'll tell you if they have any criminal record or anything like that. Show you their mugshot, and it used to be free. Now everything you check is you gotta pay.
Now you gotta pay for everything. The websites are those still exist, but you gotta pay them something to get the information.
Or you can walk to the courthouse and just ask for it, I think.
That's going to be a pretty far walk to go to Michigan. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
no. No, there's something amiss with that whole Jasmine storyline. There's something amiss. I don't buy it for 1 second that woman is still married to Gino legally.
I don't know. I think Gino is in no rush for
Well, as
whatever.
long as they're married, they're making quite a bit of money
That's right.
on the
As long
show.
as
So
they stay on the show, but I don't think they would risk immigration fraud for real, by her having a baby while she's still married to another man, and not in this climate.
well, at the end of the day, if you look at the contract that they signed, it says that the show is a scripted reality drama. But that scripted word means you
That she wasn't really
necessarily
married to Gino.
well, that word basically means if you want to make this a court admissible court document, if you want to subpoena a video from the show, when they use that scripted reality drama, it means that things that are happening on the drama aren't necessarily unscripted. It means that it follows a storyline, and that makes it harder to use in court because they can just say, Jasmine can say, "Oh, that was a made up storyline that we used for that episode. That's not what actually happened." And TLC cannot be subpoenaed, or Sharp cannot be subpoenaed to testify in court based on production of a TV show, unless somebody actually committed a crime in front of them on camera.
So then that must be the legal loophole. She didn't come here married to him. She came on her own shit, and that whole storyline is made up, because there's no way, it just doesn't, it's no way that she can be legally married on a K1 on a now the marriage visa, get her papers and everything, and currently not even living with the husband that brought you here, and you're pregnant by another man.
True, are you ready for strip club reviews?
Yeah, let's do some strip club review.
Do you want to
Before we
hint?
start with that, those shorts that Chloe were wearing that I actually bought from Amazon, I was telling Shabooty earlier, they don't do anything for girls that already have an ass. So if you have a flat ass, they might work for you, but they have not been tested at the gym yet. So I will report back on that.
Wait,
She got
the booty butt lift shorts.
You bought the booty butt lift shorts? How much were they? I'm just curious. How much is a booty?
How much is a fake booty?
Yeah. Because Jasmine, I think $10,000 for her.
No, they sell those silicone asses on Temu for $50. You can get a
or
whole
like
silicone
butt
torso.
lift underwear. It wasn't they're like $14.99 or something like that.
Oh, so for $15 you could have an ass. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it's cheaper than getting a $5,000 $10,000 upside down implant.
Exactly.
And you can take it off whenever you want. You can be like, you know what, today I don't feel like wearing an ass.
But so Gina, you're saying you already got a booty, so there's no point of accentuating it.
Yeah, unless you have a flat ass, then they
So
don't.
then I'm gonna have to buy a pair to see if it makes my flat ass look
You
big.
will you wear it when you meet George or something.
I'm gonna show up with a big giant booty. I'll be like, George, I got the Gina shorts.
You'd have a 90-day Fiance Fridays meeting without your booty shorts. Like,
yeah, I gotta wear my booty shorts. I kid you not. They sell whole silicone torsos on Temu.
They bought even like But underwear too.
Mhm. And underwears with the butt on it. But
Yeah.
with my luck, I'll put it on, and one of the butt pads will slip out, and I'll have a lopsided ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so one was like $20 and the other one was 15 because there's
Well,
like
can
it
you
goes
just
by
do
inseam.
they sell them in different sizes? Like, do they have like a
Yeah.
notch ass or like a Megan the Stallion or a little?
No, they have them by inseam sizes and then they have them by sizes, not by booty sizes.
Wouldn't it be easier to shop like by Kim Kardashian or
Mm-hmm.
Those are the
Mary
ones
J.
that,
Blige?
those are the ones I'm telling you that they sell on Temu. They got the torsos if you want a big torso booty, or you want a little torso.
I'm sure if you
Bump.
talk to Deontay from Love After Lockup, he'll give you all the torsos.
Yeah, it looks like that, like one of Deontay's little dolls.
Oh,
So
Yeah, you put that on. I was like, Jesus
So
Christ,
if I
you can
wear
make a
them
whole
to the
woman.
if I wear them to the gym and one of the guys that goes to the gym with me, if he compliments me, then we know they're good to go. If he doesn't, then we already know what the reviews are on that.
well, with the guy at the gym think like, hey, I just saw Gina yesterday, and then today she has a big ass. Isn't that like? Wouldn't that be like a red flag? Like, because people
You're
don't.
gonna be like, what kind of sorcery is this shit?
Right. Like people don't usually just show up the next day with a big ass when they
You
didn't
go to
have
the
a big ass the
yeah,
day before.
you go to the gym to do squats and you're flat as a board, and the next day you be like, damn, them squats really worked.
Right? That's like overnight success.
You know what?
Mhm.
Advertisement.
You could do a promotion for the gym with that.
Well,
Be like
yeah,
squats.
Gina, you should like post a booty photo on Instagram and tag
Like,
Mert.
Wait, can we get a before and after booty photo for the
But
Patreon?
I'm
there
saying
you see. Look what you
tag your
done
love
started, Gina.
tag your love after like I mean your love games boyfriend.
Well,
Oh my god.
just the after photo for Mert, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Not the before.
god. He goes to the gym too. I've been watching his snaps. He goes to
That's
the
the
gym
only thing
too.
he does, Gina. People who look like that don't do anything else. They can only. You know what's funny? I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day. I don't want to live like those people because they can never be more than 5 minutes away from a gym. So they
Mm-hmm.
can't travel. They can't go anywhere. They always have to be in a
It's
gym.
like it's like a mental slavery going to the gym every single
Yes,
day. I
it is.
tried it and it was good. It works for me, but then you always have that day where you're like, I'm gonna skip today. I'm not gonna go, and then I'm gonna skip tomorrow. I'm not gonna go, and then I'm like, damn, I skipped this whole month.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
skipped this whole month.
you know what like some like Hollywood actors do to like stay thin is like they'll just eat like celery all day because celery is like negative calories and you just burn calories eating it.
Yeah, I learned that. You burn more calories eating it than they have in it.
Yeah.
You don't have to go. I don't want to say you don't have to go to the gym. If you're already skinny, as long
Mm-hmm.
as you don't eat anything that has any like fat or sodium in it, you will never gain anything.
Yeah.
Problem with that is I'm Creole and I'm from Louisiana and I like fucking food. Like
Yeah, that's
what
the problem that I have
that's the
too.
problem,
I'm
Captain.
always on a
Yes.
seafood diet.
I want
Seafood
some
and eat it.
I
That
want
is
some
my
cornbread.
problem.
I want some cornbread. I want some jambalaya. I want some
Mm-hmm.
gumbo. I want like I can't just be eating celery, Shabooty. I just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I will,
Celery tastes disgusting. I can't do it
Celery's
either. You guys,
good. Celery,
you know
Captain.
that I
celery and
go,
carrots. If you dip it in some blue cheese, it tastes good.
well, there goes the calories then
Blue
in the
cheese.
blue
Blue cheese is
cheese.
like 100 calories. Okay, so you want to hear something embarrassing? I have had a gym membership for like 2.5 years, and I've never been to the gym. I don't even know where the gym is.
That's like me. I
Like
have
the
a gym
Homer
membership.
Simpson rip. So what's a guime?
I don't even know where the gym is. Like I knew where it was when I got it, but like honestly, at this point, if you ask me to go there, I don't even know if I know where it is.
What did you sign
You
up like?
know that
Did you sign up
I'm
after
going
New
on
Year's?
vacation. Sorry.
Uh,
Well, when I was in Ohio, I had a gym membership at Planet Fitness, right? Because there was one in the neighborhood where I lived in. And honestly, I did go back then. Then when I moved to Florida, I canceled the Planet Fitness because there's not one in my subdivision. And I went to another gym and I opened it because I had the the wishful thinking that I was going to take my fat behind to the gym where it did needed to be, and I did not. So I went and I signed up, and I think like as soon as I canceled the Planet Fitness, I went and started the new one because I really did believe that I was going to continue working out, and then I never went back ever to the gym. After
It's you got to be disciplined. I give it to Gina. She's very disciplined with her gym. You got to be disciplined, and no matter how close the gym is literally 1 block away from me. 1 block away from me, and I'm lazy. I'm just lazy. I'm like,
But Captain, here's my thing. Why would you want to physically harm yourself? Because going to the gym, let me finish. Going to the gym is physically harming your body. It's causing unnecessary pain to your body. Look, I went to my brother's house and I had just flew in. And I was sitting in his kitchen with his wife, and he came home. He runs a business. He came home and he was like, I don't want to be rude, but he was like, I go to the gym 7 days a week. So he was like, I just got here. I know you just flew in, but he was like, I'm getting ready to go to the gym. Would you go with me? And I was like, why the fuck would I want to go to the gym with you? And he was like, because, you know, it's important to be healthy. I was like, it's important to not cause physical harm to my body for no reason. That's very important to me. That's like putting cigarettes in your body, vaping, going to the gym. Have you ever left?
Like George, you know, not to like reminds me of is like I was dating this woman in Hoboken once for like a couple months or something, and then like not the first time I hung out with her, but maybe the third or fourth time I hung out with her, like Sunday rolled around, and she's like, "Hey, I need to go to like see my yoga instructor in Soho for a couple hours. You can go to like the Barnes and Noble and shit and kill time." So I'm like sitting in Barnes and Noble for like 2.5 hours, or went to Best Buy and shit. And she's the yoga instructor. I'm like, yo, am I like your guest here or not? Because why am I in the Barnes and Noble for 2 fucking hours on a Sunday?
You should have went to the yoga class.
Yeah, you should have.
I don't.
You know that I'm going on vacation in November, and I emailed the hotel because they don't have a gym. Where is the closest gym nearby?
Because you're a slave. You're a slave to causing physical harm to your body. I call that.
You know how much it was for 4 days? I did the calculation, $70. I'm like, oh hell no!
You're paying to hurt yourself. Have you ever left the gym and your body didn't hurt? No, you're paying these people money, so your body is in pain.
I mean, once you get used to it, George, it doesn't hurt. It's like the first couple days that your muscles are, working overtime.
You know what feels better than the gym? Eating.
But it lets off endorphins in your brain. Let me tell you. It lets off endorphins in your brain when you're working out. Because
I'm gonna continue injecting Ozempic in my body. Y'all can keep talking all.
Let me tell you, when I first started going to the gym, I was on the treadmill running, and I started to feel like a tingly sensation.
You got a runner's high.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute, something feels weird.
I get
but not in my brain, in my other area. And I was like, something feels weird. I was like, why do I feel this way? I'm like, let me put this machine off. Let's turn off the machine. I was looking around. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So then the next day I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try it again. I started running on the treadmill. I was like, there it goes again.
I've heard of runners high, but I haven't heard of runners squirters.
Yeah, weird. So I started. I'm gonna change. So I stopped wearing leggings. I started wearing sweats. I was like, maybe it's the leggings.
I like my tingles to come from the strip club, not the.
Speaking of, we're at strip club review time.
All right, let's get this done.
Well, okay, so if you're really smart, you can guess where we're gonna go to this week.
Oh, we're going to Fort Worth,
Texas.
Yes, Fort Worth, because
I thought it was Dallas, or is that the same thing?
That's the same
Dallas.
If you ever flew into Dallas,
no, you're right. I know. I knew that.
What do you mean?
You mean horsehair isn't the best hair?
It's not.
Oh my God! Imagine Shabooty asking somebody, "Is that horsehair?"
He has been with chicken heads.
That's how that was me complimenting women this whole time.
Oh my God!
And then they went home, Shabooty. They went home and cried because you said they had horsehair, not human hair. They went home.
Yeah, they probably went back to the beauty supply and was like, "Yo, this fucking wig is cheap. You sold it to me as real hair. My date just called it horsehair."
True, yeah. So yeah, it's Dallas.
So
Alright.
is this the club that Patia works at?
I think so.
I'm
Oh,
excited.
Patia.
Patia. Okay, so Captain, there's a 50.
Yeah, I saw Patia and Dylan.
Do you have any thoughts on Patia and Dylan before we get into the strip club?
I mean, I commend her for being able to strip at 60, but I mean, that's usually why you have to have something else to fall back on, because how much longer can she keep that up?
I
I
guess
just
she's
I
gonna-
just think she said she's been stripping since she was what, 17 or something like that, 18?
No, I thought she said she started late. I thought she said she
Yeah,
started.
she was 28.
Yeah,
Oh,
she started
28.
at 28. She was a late
Mhm.
book.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, some girls, they already got their G-Wagon by 28. She was just starting at 28.
Mhm. True.
Okay,
Okay, ready
okay.
for the reviews?
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready to see if she's going to be our new Gigi dancer.
True.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So this is Rick's Cabaret in Dallas, Fort Worth. And we talked about this on one of the previous episodes a little bit. Okay, first review, ready? Yeah, hold your like thoughts and comments after each review. The first review is from Dope Boy 19. It says, poor customer service, rude staff, no girls on the floor, no one acknowledges you, don't recommend it at all, 1 star. Next review from Tony Clubber. I've been back last week. Girls are all sitting together in cliques, and the wait staff is atrocious. I'm done with this place. No more. I'll keep my business at Bucks. 1 star. Um, okay, next review from Joseph. It says, this place is a ripoff and probably losing money fast and trying to make up by way of cover charges. We 4 persons went there for lunch last Friday around 12 p.m. and were informed that there is a $3 cover charge. A cover charge at lunchtime is not only stupid and repulsive, but with no dancers working at that time and the food being discounted, promotional type, what in the world is a cover charge for? Except for driving customers away. We eventually walked out and probably would not go back there again. We noticed another group of 4 persons walking out at the same time, unhappy and protesting all the way into the parking lot. At this rate, this establishment is setting itself for a shutdown in the near future where other places have much better features to offer. The one in Arlington has more to offer. 1 star.
If
I'm
you
kind of disappointed that they haven't brought her up yet.
if you have to pay $3 to get into a strip club, you might as well not even go.
Wait, because that's too low, right?
Yeah, a $3 to get in, $3 to get in. Nah, don't even go in there.
Well, it was lunchtime in his defense, but
Yeah, but $3, it can't be
true.
good.
I'm really disappointed that they have a 60-year-old stripper and not one person has mentioned it. I'm very disappointed.
Well,
Okay, well, let's keep going in. Okay, here's from Sophie. It says, I took my boyfriend here for his birthday until I had no idea what a C-section scar looked like. 1 star.
oh God.
Or
Oh.
no, I fucked up let me read it again. I fucked it up. I took my boyfriend here for his birthday. Until then, I had no idea what a C-section scar looked like. So I guess the strippers was her first experience with a C-section scar.
For many people, that is your first experience with a C-section scar, actually.
Well, there's your 58-year-old example.
Yeah.
True.
Oh my God.
Okay, here's one review from Strip Club 431. It says, I came here on a Saturday night, 10 p.m., $10 cover charge. The waitress promptly greeted me and was nice and friendly. A variety of girls, mostly run-of-the-mill, hefty, average stripper types. A few, however, were thin and attractive. Personalities of the girls was bad. Sorry, I'm having hiccups. Was bad. Most cloistered together in one corner with a drug pusher type kid and the requisite balding fat old man. Not a single girl approached me, even though the place was full. Only one girl was chatty and she seemed to have a personality. Shots cost $8 to $10 each. Water was $4. Not worth returning to. 1 star.
Oh.
We've yet to read a review about the old heifer dancer. So
Right. This bothers me because remember the one we did where they talked about Shamu in every review?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you might have missed that, JLP, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I think JLP missed it. There was a really big stripper at the one place and they called her Shamu, and she was referenced in every review. Like
Yeah, I was like, who's this beached whale?
Oh my God.
And they kept different reviewers kept talking about the fat chick. And no, yo, didn't we find out at the end of the review segment, like, didn't Gina post a photo and it says like, I want all of our customers to know, it was in front of the building. I want all of our customers to know we finally got rid of the one chick, the fat girl or something.
Yeah, they fired the fat girl and
Yeah.
they put it on their
They put it
marquee.
on the sign in the
Oh
marquee.
my God. Oh my
Mhm.
God. I mean, Patia is not fat, but she doesn't have a stripper body.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
she's a thick grandma. She's a thick
Yeah,
grandma.
she doesn't have a stripper body.
Well,
Not
Yeah.
compared to the
apparently,
strippers that are the young girls that are out there now.
apparently a lot of girls don't have the stripper body anymore based on these reviews.
I know, right?
Like this review is from David Murphy. Isn't that the name of a late 90 Day Fiance guy?
Yeah, David
Yes.
Murphy. Yeah.
David Murphy. This is a review from David Murphy, but I don't think it's the David Murphy because I look at the photo. It's not the David Murphy. This David says, I took a couple of friends to this establishment Saturday night, and what a surprise it was. There are plenty of females that appeared to be dancers. Only thing is, they obviously didn't know how to dance, and they were too shy to try very much at all. It looks like the Russian mafia has taken over Rick's, and the quality has gone to crap. I used to visit this place somewhat frequently when Stephanie was the manager, and it was a much more inviting atmosphere. Not so dang uptight and uncomfortable to watch the girls that look scared to make a simple mistake. I will not be going back to this place unless I find out the management has changed 1 star. So
Oh.
that was that.
We haven't had one good review yet.
Well, these are the point of the reviews are all 1 star
That's
reviews.
the point.
Allison, what did you?
We're definitely not here for the good ones.
Yeah. I will. The only
They
thing
just keep getting worse.
True. The only thing I'll add is like I've been to Rick's in New York City, and there are a lot of like Russian dancers there. So
Yeah.
anyway, okay. Here, this is kind of long. 1 star review. Oh, it says something about it. Okay, let's see. This here's a 1 star review from Joanna. It says second worst club I've been to. Unsure of her. I'm unsure of her name, but I was approached by a Dominican girl who was acting all nice at first when I got there, and ended up leaving after 30 minutes. I made it clear I was hoping to grab some drinks first and have a good time before doing any dances and bought her a drink. She brought up going for a dance 4 more times before I decided I'd do one dance and get free from her for a bit. Since then, since then pushed multiple times for an hour private dance. I said I don't like being pushed into things and thought about leaving, but she apologized and she said she understands. During the dance, she brought her friend in, and I felt obligated to do a second dance. They both pushed for a private dance the entire time, every 15 seconds. I said I was done after the second dance, and I was charged $120 for the first girl and $100 for the second girl for half a song with the first and one song with both. I immediately left after. I usually spend a few hours and trickle in a couple thousand when I visit a club, but they had zero standards when it comes to dance rates, and I didn't feel like being hounded for private dances the entire time I was there. 1 star.
Hmm.
Imagine being forced to dance, to
Well, not
pay
only
for a
being
dance.
forced, but then she brings in her friend, and then you got to pay for her friend too.
Yeah.
Like,
Good in a tag team.
They bullied him.
yeah, that's literally bullying.
Yes, and
bullied
then
him.
they were down $220 for 1.5 dances with 2 women.
Oh. We won't be going back there. That's
True.
it.
Okay, this one's from Lisa. It says, "I got the VIP package for daughter's 30th birthday. I was assured that it included car service to and from our hotel. 4 women trying to be safe while enjoying our night out. We had a good time till we were told that they paid to get us to the club, but were not willing to pay to get us back to our hotel. Are you kidding? You get us there and fill us with liquor with no way to get back to the hotel? Beyond unacceptable. It cost us $75 to get a ride to our hotel. They made no excuses, no apologies. Not their problem. 4 women they have now stranded at their business with no way back. This is not how you do business nor treat your customers. Austin, the manager who we had set this entire event up with, was no help in fact, he walked away when my daughter approached him about the matter. I will not be returning."
I don't.
So, yeah, so I guess VIP service It does not include a ride home. You're just gonna be drunk at the club.
That's weird. Like it would
They
make
just
more,
leave you there.
it would make more sense for them to take you home and you get yourself there because you're sober when you arrive. So like
Yeah, right.
it would make
You
more
made it there,
sense.
but we're gonna send you home.
Right. That's crazy.
They just leave you there, turn off the lights, and lock up.
Well, the only thing I think of is though is like unless you want to have like a party bus type experience on the way there and like drink on in the car, bus, or limousine
Yeah,
or whatever.
a party bus will sound much better for a strip club.
True. All right, let's see. Next review is from DJ. He says, I really like to give it no stars. The club seems all right when you first walk in, and the managers seem cool, but it's all a front. They will hustle you in a heartbeat, and I learned the hard way, but I'm letting people know. Don't fall for the VIP. It's overpriced, and the girls sit there and mostly talk to you. Then you pay what, $200 for a bottle of champagne when you get maybe a half a glass. Then they give you a big sob story for a tip for the guys and the girls who bring you the bottle. You can get more attention from the dances for $20 than their VIP. Tonight, a guy offered a girl $2,000 for sex. What kind of establishment is this? The managers push the girls for the VIP so their pockets get fat, and they won't let the girls leave early because they tell them they need them there for their own benefit. I could mention names, but don't. But they know who they are, and their waitresses are rude. Also, maybe I mentioned a manager Josh because he's the one who dictates what the girls do. 1 star. Okay. Next review from Micah or Mika. I felt like I was out of place and I was treated very poorly. I definitely was the only sober person there. Didn't go there to drink or do drugs, but when I walked into the bathroom, I definitely stepped on a needle. I saw many people in the bathroom shooting something and decided to leave. 1 star.
What?
For the last week, it was we saw a cockroach being like drowned in the urine. This week, somebody stepped on a needle.
A cockroach drowning in urine?
Yeah, that was last week.
Rest in peace, cockroach. Rest in peace.
Damn,
Yeah.
I missed a good one.
You
Yeah.
did. You really did.
Sure. So yeah, watch out for the needles, allegedly. It's like, okay, let's see. This review. Oh, this one, I think the owner actually responded to this review. It says, this is from Lily, but not the Lily from Hawaii or wherever. Anyway, this is by far the worst club I've ever been to. Management is rude. All the girls are old and fat. The drinks are extremely expensive. I will never be coming back again. Mila is the ugliest, trashiest stripper there. And then for shits and giggles, here's the like business responding to him. It says, "Hello, Lily. I'm sorry to hear about your bad experience at our venue. It certainly was not our intention. Can you tell us what management did that was so rude? Details help us improve and ensure our customers have a good time." Okay, and then so I guess warning, George, we're down to the last review.
Oh no, are we?
Yeah, but it's also 1:09 a.m.
Yeah, it's late. It's late. But I was hoping to hear some reviews that had our new cast member on there, but I haven't heard any, so I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah,
Do we know her stage name?
I think it said it on the show, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh my gosh, she did say what her
She
stage
did say
name
her
was.
stage name.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they didn't mention anyone's name. Like, I'm really disappointed. Like, I feel like if I went to a strip club and there was a 60-year-old woman on the pole, I would talk about it.
You would make it a point to
Yeah,
know.
like
No, I would mention it. Like last week when everybody was like, the first thing I noticed when I walked in that club was the Shamu girl. Like everybody
God.
said it. So I feel like that's something that everybody should have mentioned.
like
Yeah.
like the only thing I'm just like allegedly making shit up, but like what if like I'm thinking, but like what if she strips? Let's say she strips at like a hole in the wall, like shitty, super shitty, like strip club, like a hole in the wall joint. But then for the sake of the show, they contacted Rick's Cabaret and say, "Hey, can we shoot like a Rick's Cabaret, like a stripping scene with this old stripper that obviously isn't like worthy of working at Rick's Cabaret, but for the TV show, let's film. There'll be promotion for your thing. We won't blur out your logo." And they did that, and she's not a regular there. I'm just like spitballing.
Yeah, she might have. I'm thinking that same thing that she just might have did to promote the place or whatever, but she
Hmm.
probably doesn't strip there. She doesn't look, and because supposedly
Yeah,
that place was really high end, and she
yeah.
doesn't look like a stripper from a high end club.
Yeah, yeah. The one in New York is super high end. So yeah,
Yeah,
but
so
yeah, that's the theory that I threw out there.
That makes more sense.
Mhm.
Or maybe she's retired and she just wants
Yeah.
to use her storyline.
Or she works at one of those places that's like in a barn or like a trailer or something.
Yeah, one of those. One of those.
Yeah, like a portable trailer, like when your like high school runs out of occupancy and they like attach some portables.
Yeah, the containers, the shipping
Yeah.
containers.
Well, that too. True.
A
Okay.
club in a shipping container.
Okay, here's the last review. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. This one is from Dream House Lounge Dream. It says, "This is the worst place ever. The management rips the customers off. Don't go there. It's a nasty place with nasty people, and they do illegal stuff in the champagne rooms. Total ripoff. Don't do it. 1 star."
Oh.
Wow. Yeah,
So,
that doesn't sound like a good place at all. I can't believe they have a high end club in New York.
yeah,
Well,
apparently they're all over the country, though, right, Gina?
yeah, they're a franchise.
Yeah, they're like
This one,
Portland.
this one sounds like a real shithole.
I think one's in San Antonio, New York, as you mentioned as well. They're pretty much all over the place. Well, you said yourself, Shabooty, last week they had, or on Sunday or Monday, they have like IPO on the stock exchange too.
Yeah, they're
And they
huge.
have they have like franchises, like other
Oh
franchises,
yeah, I
like
remember I talked
Tootsie's
about
or
like
whatever.
remember I talked about Tootsie's, the club in like Miami or something. Tootsie's. Remember I talked about that?
Oh, the famous one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, the one
it
Drake
was
talks
like the
about.
size of like a shopping mall, right? Like
And
it
there's
was
a shop of like a Sam's Club, Price
yeah,
Club,
yeah, that one.
Costco.
That's crazy. I want to go there. We should totally go there.
Yeah, that sounds like a spot to go.
Which one would we go to?
We go to Tootsie's in
See, I want
Florida.
to go to the Sam's
Oh,
Club one. I want to go to that one.
I want to go to the one in Houston with the freaking heart-shaped pool.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we got to
I
go to
want
that
to go
too.
there. I love
Oh yeah,
that.
that's iconic. That one
let's
for the
let's
that's
rent
iconic for the show though.
let's rent an RV and just go strip club hopping.
RV,
Mm,
no. Ew, gross. No, I'm a hotel person. Fuck RV.
true.
Well, we gotta all stay in the same place.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but there's a
think.
hotel right beside it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sure. All right. Well, those are the strip club reviews. That was all the tea for tonight. Did any other topics we forgot to talk about?
The only couple we didn't touch on was Greta and what's his name? Greta and
Matthew.
Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
I
But they
Well, we
call
really
ta-
didn't have shit going on anyway.
Do we
well,
have to?
Yeah, we don't have to. We'll
yeah.
leave them for next week.
Sure.
well,
I'm just annoyed like Greta isn't on like social media, so that's kind of lame.
Yeah. I don't think she could take the pressure of people calling her a cat hater.
she don't want me dragging her up and down the boulevard.
Yeah, she knows that cat lovers are gonna come at her from all sides.
She don't want
Yeah.
this smoke. She really don't.
Oh,
She
did you
ask,
like?
you better ask Amani. You better ask
Mhm.
Amani. I will drag your ass.
I was like, I don't even know why I'm like going here, but like, speaking of like alleged animal abuse, there's this whole. It's not related to 90 Day Fiance, but there's a whole like blow up where there's a political streamer named like Hassan Piker, aka
Oh yeah.
Hasanabi,
Yep.
and then the dog in the background, and they're saying he like had a like shot collar on
Shot
him.
collar to make it stay still
Yeah, but he
while
was
he
saying it's just like
streamed.
but he said it was just like a vibrating collar and it didn't hurt the dog, but the dog did yelp. But anyway,
The
it was like a
dog is
whole.
yelping. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a whole like if you think any like 90 Day Fiance like firestorms have happened, this was like a most
Yeah, I
insane
saw that.
firestorm I've ever seen. Like
They were
they're
dragging him all over the internet.
yeah, they're going for his neck and shit.
I'm going for his neck.
So, yeah, and so I don't know. It was like a whole I don't know what my point is other than that was alleged animal abuse.
No, she knows that there's a lot of animal lovers that are not going to
Yeah.
tolerate that shit. Even if she is just going on a vacation, she's not going to be there for too
Mhm.
long. You know, she's
True.
just going to be there while filming, and then she's heading back home. And that abandoning cat story is just a storyline.
True.
Because she doesn't look like the type of person to do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm kind of tired, so I feel like we should end it.
Yes. Well, it was great being on with you guys. Good
Yeah,
show.
We make time fly because it's
Yeah.
1:15 a.m.
All right, guys. Well, I'm signing off.
All right, thank you, everyone. Let me just give
Yeah.
some shout outs to our live listeners real quick. Coco Puff, Iggy, Marley, Lana, Laurie, Nikki, Pineapple Girl, Sherry, and Sophia. We'll catch up with y'all when I'm not.
All right, everybody.
Sick.
Have a nice weekend.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna do my outro. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Fiance Fridays on
Friday.
All right.
Friday.
Peace out, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.
Okay, bye.